Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome back for some CWC action. We're gonna have tonight TBD going against Ulyss. Oh my god, this is gonna be quite a game, and I do have to say I'm a bit concerned that we did have a bit of a problem over there with the sound. Unfortunately, music, sound, some voice meter, update, windows, and stuff like that. I'm gonna get them sorted out. Hopefully, it's gonna be fine. We do have the Civ draft actually displayed for us on the screen here. Let's actually take a look. Yeah, there we go. We do have the map chosen. It is gonna be the 7 Seas. They went for this very quickly. It only took like 30-40 seconds over here for them to go through that map phase. Takeshi Dev, good evening, sir, and welcome. I do see Echo Supreme. Hello there, sir, and welcome. Hello, sir. Also, good evening, sir, and welcome. Did also notice Fortuna Belly. Good morning, sir, and welcome. Let's actually see what the players are gonna choose to have as civilizations today. I do see they named themselves HOH for some reason, TBD, and on the other side we do have Ulyss. By the looks of it, also they did take out Gandhi here on the left side. That's gonna be their first ban of the day. I do wanna also put up really quickly also the map on the other screen, and I gotta say, man, this update for Windows actually made my computer make how to say perform slower. What is this? Windows again, you're doing this? Oh my god, incredible, man. These guys from Microsoft are actually trying to just squeeze money out of us by making things harder. Yeah, it is what it is, man. The days. Coffee. Let's get it going. Okay, what do we have? Ooh, looks like Ludwig II has been taken out by Ulyss. Have you seen actually quite a few of these new, well, not new civilizations, but other civilizations coming up in the game in the last month or so? Very nice. We do have to see what kind of bans they're gonna take out on the 7 Seas. They're definitely gonna probably want a mix between naval nations and those land civilizations. We're going to need to see if they get something in the tundra. I do think not, especially looking at how low pick rate Canada or Russia had in the last month or so. I don't think it's possible. Rafifi, bonsoir monsieur, bienvenue. Welcome. You're not late, you're just in time. What do you mean? Oh, okay, Tokugawa is also going to be taken out by Team Ulyss. I do see Basil II going to be taken out by TBD. Well, 3 more bans to go, and we're going to see TBD actually having the option today to have that first ban of first pick of the day to set the tone. Well, they still have quite a few very good civilizations with good timings on the land to go against each other. I'm pretty sure the coastals are not going to be that big of an issue. There are quite a few leaders that could actually get those half-coast harbors and also get those extra trade routes going, and you've seen how much it matters for the gold to just be overwhelming. We do have also them running down the clock over here with Chandra Gupta being as the next one being picked up. Battle Cruiser, good evening, sir, and welcome. Oh, you are not on Meow? Yeah, I'm not on the other game over there, MFD. I think Hush is on MFD. I do want to say congratulations. I did notice the notification over there from Steam telling me that, oh my god, you got all of the MAM research done. Okay, very nice. Battle Cruiser over there ticking off all of the boxes. Very nice. I do see also Spain is going to be taken out by Team Ulyss on the right side. That's the third ban. Gladly. Oh, Coupe is also going to be taken out. Okay, well, we've seen him do quite a few splashing games over here, so not surprised. But Engine, though, it's still in over there, and we as a coastal nation, and I'm pretty sure Genghis Khan with Kublai Mongolia are still in the game. We did see quite a few times actually them getting in somehow. One of them did manage to get in. We're going to need to see, because this is one of those maps where the K-Sheks would actually be very important. Theodora also going to be taken out on the right side by Team Ulyss, so both Byzantine nations have been taken out. You've seen successfully yesterday how you can actually take away Theodora's bonuses. The no taxes trade yesterday was kind of a killer for their team. Poruki also, bonsoir monsieur, bienvenue. We struggled with traffic lights for trains and quit the game last time. Oh no, what happened with the traffic lights? Did they not work proper or something? Like you couldn't get them on the intersections? Interesting. I mean, I guess you could just not make intersections, no? Just have them parallel moving or something like that? I didn't actually get that much time to keep adding stuff over there to the factory, but I was thinking, oh my god, I should actually do it. I should actually do it. I was thinking the last few days, come on, man, need to get that going. Let me actually get my remote for the AC, because oh my, it's starting to be hot in here. Really hot. Also, I think Athena is on a bit of a adventure over there. We're gonna need to see when she's coming back. Ulyss was on a single train and we railroad the workers in chat. That's a good question. Yeah, do we have anybody from the railway to actually know what's going on over there? Fixed our problems in satisfactory. Oh, I do see also Norway has been taken out. That's gonna be Conge Persona, the one with the long ships, and on the other side, Mapuche is gonna be taking the axe from Team Ulyss. So we do have TBD needing to set the tone for the game over here with one choice, and it will be a coastal nation. It will be Indonesia. Well, kind of a free pantheon over there at the beginning of the game, and we're gonna need to see if he's gonna get to use his jongs. It is dependent on who's ever gonna spawn on his own coaster. You don't always get that option. On the other side, we do have Ulyss going for Kublai Mongolia. Definitely makes sense. He got in. I was telling you, he's gonna get in. He got in. Did I not close the? I didn't close the door. Boom. I'm also not sure if you guys are hearing the sounds of the game. Let me actually take a quick peek over here. Oh, let me stop this and see if there's any extra sound. Oh, there is. Okay, perfect. So you can hear the sounds. Perfect. Okay, that's what I mean. Well, I don't hear the sounds at all. Like I tried. Whatever. It is what it is. There we go. Okay, Zulu is the one gonna be taken by HOH, and double Mongolia. We got Ulyss going for the double wham bam. Looks like Mongolia, Genghis Khan alongside Kublai is gonna get in the game over here. We're gonna see K6 everywhere. Oh yeah, baby. Very nice. Cats and the Medici, the Black Queen is also going to be taken out by Team Ulyss. They do have another 3 bans to go. Looks like TBD is going to need to get the next one on the board here. And we're going to need to wait and see who are the last bans. But to be honest, I think all of the bad boys already got in, no? Like Zulu and the double Mongolia, they got through. So yeah, well, let's see who are they gonna try to pick to handle these bad boys here. We still have Gilgamesh, Cyrus, Nader Shah, Alexander. We got Hungary, we got Ethiopia, Montezuma. There are quite a few civilizations that I'm pretty sure they're gonna rise to the challenge. The question is, who are they gonna pick? Simon Bolivar also. Uzetian. Yeah, Tomaris, Scythia, yeah, we're not forgetting Tomaris. And you've seen Sejong actually streaming a few days ago. We thought it's gonna be slow. We thought it's gonna be bad. But then we saw the numbers and we were like, wow, he actually did that. He pulled it through. That is amazing, amazing. And we see Ethiopia is also gonna be taken out by TBD. 2 more choices to go. 1 ban for each team. 1 ban on Ulyss, 1 ban on TBD. What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Oh, I think I can. No? No, doesn't work. Okay. Ooh, Egyptian Cleopatra showing up in a ban phase? Okay. Interesting. Honestly, I was thinking they're gonna take out Scythia, Age of Steam or something like that over there, you know, and neither Shah. I was thinking they're gonna take those bad boys out. But no, they took out Cleopatra Egyptian. Cleopatra Ptolemy. One last ban from TBD. Oh my god, they put their team label over there a little bit weird. Good evening, Armada Siracusa. Hello there, sir, and welcome. Also gonna jump to Meow game. Hope they'll end fast so I can jump in here. Thank you so much, and I do hope it's gonna be also a good game over there. MFD going against their opponents. Who are they playing? Actually, give me a second. Let me see. Who are MFD versus SM? Got it. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Babylon is gonna be the last ban. Okay. That's SM is Slojny Memas, if I'm not mistaken. Slojny Memas. Got it. Okay, so third pick from Ulyss is gonna go through soon, and we do have 2 picks from TBD that will need to be got in sequence, which will reveal the draft over there, the full roster. Before Ulyss will have the choice of actually picking the last civilization. We've also seen a lot more Saladins in the game. I'm actually curious if they're gonna want to go for something like that. I do believe they do need the gold, and it looks like they're gonna go for Norway Varangian. Well, let's actually see how he's gonna get to use his magical holy site powers over there on the coast, and if he's gonna manage to actually get some berserkers to work. Warface, also good evening, sir, and welcome. Now TBD is gonna need to pick up the last 2 remaining choices in sequence. They're gonna need to reveal that draft of theirs, their roster, their synergy, their plan for the game. Uzetian. Okay, well, to be honest, TBD does have quite a few choices in the background of Uzetian. Isn't that surprising that they're gonna try to use that early spy of her and to actually get extra diplomatic visibility over her opponents? We're gonna need to see if they're gonna manage to do some other of those missions over there, siphoning the funds or destroying the industrial zones of their opponents. Now we're gonna need to also see the 4th pick here from TBD, and it is gonna be Hungary for the gold. So they have Indonesia for the gold. They also have Hungary. I would imagine also Uzetian is gonna make quite a bit of gold. Zulu probably not that much. There is a chance. On the other side, Team Ulyss already has Varangian for the gold, but the other 2, Genghis and Kublai Mongolia, aren't really known for actually making an insane amount of gold. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna need quite a few upgrades, so they're gonna need the gold from their teammates. So I'm pretty sure right now it's kinda mandatory. They will need to pick a gold generating Civ here. Some kind of gold generating Civ. Some kind. And let's see what they're gonna pick. Ooh. And it is gonna be Salad. Oh my god. Man, I was just talking about the gold, bro. I was just talking about the gold, mentioning the gold. What is it gonna happen today? Are we gonna see the Mongolians actually open up commercials? None of them actually going for, how to say, for their encampments? Is this what's gonna happen over here? Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's gonna be interesting. What can I say? That is gonna be interesting. Okay, so we do have TBD with Indonesia, Zulu, Uzetian, and then Hungary, Matthias Corvinus. On the other side, Team Ulyss is gonna go for Kublai Mongolia with Genghis Khan, Mongolia, with Varangian, and then Saladin, the one with the flanking. Whoa, that's the Sultan, I believe. We do have them also joining the lobby over here. Looks like GGJ is in. We got Mr. Toes, we got Marius BW, and we got Legend and No Ping Lag, and Irene. Okay, showing up today for TBD. On the other side, it's gonna be Malm. Or no, actually, I think Malm is streaming, if I'm not mistaken. Is he streaming or not? I'm not sure exactly who is on this game streaming, but I do remember Malm, actually. If I'm not mistaken, let me actually double check. I'm pretty sure I can take a look at the website here. Give me a sec. French. Yeah, it is Malm. There we go. It is Malm. So we're gonna need to see somebody actually getting into the lobby. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're also gonna need to switch around to see their get their choices on the board to be on the correct slot. There we go. And also for the priority, it is quite important who's actually gonna be in the top slots. Music for Hungarian game is amazing. Makes me wanna play. Interesting. Okay. I know. I kind of stopped listening to the music of the games since like 2016 or something. I always find it extremely distracting. And it also is quite a problem with the copyrights. There are quite a few, like, I would say, songs in Civ that have been copyrighted. So basically, whenever you try to put that content on YouTube, if you, how to say, you might get caught by YouTube for using that sound, and it mutes or does bad things to your YouTube channel. Not good, not good. I would prefer not having any music. There are actually games that I know that are being designed with the button to have no copyrighted music. Satisfactory is one of them, actually. Yeah, I think there was, who was it? Don't remember who. The guy who made that song from before. I have no idea how it's called or whatever. The guy the composer from Civ6. I don't know if he's doing Civ7 also, but he registered some songs at some point, and unfortunately those get caught in the copyright. Actually, that's one of the reasons that I kind of stopped, how to say, registering my music. It is what it is. Nowadays, music is kind of whatever anyway. Nobody cares about quality anymore. Okay, so Naidid is going to take the top slot. We do have the story on Genghis Khan. Rob Norman is going to go for Kublai Khan, Mongolia. JGJ on Matthias Corvinus. We got Alexis Krempel Saladin Sultan. Mr. Toes on Guitarja. Maris BW on Uzetian. And then Liege is going to come out with Harald Hardrad Varangian. Good evening, Lancer. Hello there, sir, and welcome. And Shaka's gonna take the top slot. Oh my god, is Narino gonna try to take out all of the generals from the beginning or something? Top slot Shaka. Genghis coming up next. The two Genghises, the two Khans actually, I should say, are coming up next over here with Matthias Corvinus taking up the fourth slot. Tilted Axis? No, it's the 7 Seas, sir. 7 Seas. Would have been interesting to see the Tilted Axis, yeah. Not gonna lie. Would have been quite something. Let me actually turn off the screen right here, and we should have everything else ready, right? I think everything else is ready. Civ counter is back to 0. Let's see if we're going to need to actually get into the game for the team labels, and I do want to put up the remap prediction here really quickly. How many remaps? 0, 1, 2, 10 minutes of submission period. We're just getting this game loaded in, and we're going to need to give it a few seconds here for the map to be displayed to us. Lako, good evening, sir, and welcome. Uzetian, what does it do? It does have an extra spy over there. We're gonna read immediately so you can see it. Also, Bordanian, good evening, sir. Yeah, it's good. It's good. The spies are really good. And it does also get, I believe, extra strength from having scouts around his units, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, but let me see. Okay, So I guess we're gonna take a look over there first on Woods 18 so we get this out of the way. Let me actually put it up. So receives a free spy after discovering civil service, so not that far away. Can purchase the spies with faith. All offensive spies operated one level higher, much better. And whenever an offensive spy is successful, you always gain 100% of the science, culture, and faith that the targeted series has earned. It also has this: the spies and traders will have extra 2 sites, and recon units will receive 1 site with machinery. The land units within 3 tiles of a recon unit receive the +3 combat strength. This is actually very useful. And the big question is, where are we going? Are we going left or are we going right? Something wrong with the restream, can't watch. Okay, good evening, sir. Let me actually turn this off and turn this on. Boom. Let's see. Is it better now? Catch. Good evening. Also, Mr. Breaking News. Hello there, sir. We're going left. We're going left. So let's take a look at Liege here. Actually, he's on the screen. And Nidaros is going to get his scout in 3 turns. And by the looks of it, we do have him with quite a few of these, I would say, rivers spanning to the north and to the south. I'm pretty sure he's going to want to stay quite a bit coastal so he can get those harbors out, not to mention his adjacency towards his holy sites. Has another water body to the east that will allow him to actually get into the main ocean of this game. A lot of geothermals are going to be sprawling around his cities by the looks of it to give him those extra adjacency points towards his oh my god, look at this, actually, with the 2 reef tiles also for the campus adjacency, not to mention the tip of the tip over there for a possible holy site, although I wouldn't really recommend it because I'm pretty sure he does want the adjacency towards the harbor somewhere. We're going to need to also see his neighborhood. He has to the south is Zulu, and this is not good for him. Zulu is very close to Nidaros, so we're going to need to wait and see if they actually meet each other here. There's also going to be Bura, Matthias Corvinus in the south, direct south, and it looks like Norway might not have a good game here. Alexis Kremp is also going to be on the map somewhere. Looks like this is him. We got him with Cairo benefiting from some 2-2s around him, and has the reef fish in the water, and looks like he's also spawning coastal with Arabia. This is a bit surprising. I don't see anybody on the coast that would actually interact with him. Looks like they did not pick up that many coastal nations. We've got Mr. Toast somewhere, but he's inland with an inland sea. Doesn't seem like he's going to affect the main seas here. Now, Kaido is also going to have a decent amount of fresh water. Again, he's going to have the west side with a bit of desert so he can get that pyramid going. I don't think he's going to want Petra. Southeast, east side, going to have a few rivers to give him those extra fresh water points. Hansa for a city state to maybe take over and has a possible connection. No, I guess he doesn't really have any. He doesn't really have anybody to trade with, no? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess Distoria can get onto the coast over here, get that city on the horse style onto the coast, or one over there on the maze, so they can actually trade through the water. There's not going to be anybody here that's going to interact that badly. Or maybe Marius BW is actually going to want to get to jump into the game, right? He does have... Look at him, he's like all alone in the corner with Mount Everest. I think he does want to jump into the water. I'm just thinking, you know, he might actually get those toes in the water. Kublai Khan Mongolia, let's actually see where is he. We got Kublai Khan Mongolia Shanadu here, benefiting already from some extra production points from the deer tiles 2-3. He does have another pig on the western side that he could easily get to settle, not to mention some pearls in the water for those extra amenities. More pigs in the capitals, and Historia is saying pin off whatever. I mean, it's too late now. Not sure what the pause. Anyway, nobody's spinning spaceports from the beginning, so it is what it is. We do have to see if he's going to have an opponent here. Looks like to the southeast there's going to be Mahapahit past these lakes, and from what I do notice, that is going to be one of his opponents. We're going to probably see a bastion here being created by Indonesia, so he can actually not have that many units from Mongolia, you know, deployed against him. We're going to need to see if Rom is going to manage to get through the choke points before that. Also, I don't think no pins is remote or unplayable. Yeah, it is not. Let me actually take a quick peek on the if there is actually something specific in the rules. I don't remember anything specific in the rules about pins, but we'll see. Oh my god, the rule set is bad. Freaking rule set from Microsoft, man. Never rely on Microsoft, I gotta say. You rely on Microsoft and they have bad problems. They just make things work badly. man. All good now? Perfect, perfect. What are they doing? Oh, for some reason they're calling a referee for pins? Wow. It's amazing. For pins. They're calling a referee for pins. Yeah. It is what it is. Oh. Just realized. I need to put somebody. Well, until they fix this, we're probably gonna need to wait anyway. So give me a sec here. This. Okay. Okay. There we go. Just needed to update quickly a page. Let me double check that again, the rule set. There's no pins. No pins required. Off or on, actually. Well, it will take us a little bit of time to get through this by the looks of it. There is a referee that is with them in the comms, so we're going to need to see what they decide. Just waiting for it. What are the other words? Let's see. We were on Rom, right? So we can move to the Historia. What do we have here? The Historia did have that opportunity to actually trade with Cairo. Not that many trade routes, but anyway. We do have him with some Freshwater North and some Freshwater East. Oh my god. This is a double slam against Gitarja. Mr. Toes is not gonna be happy about this. He has Kublai to the north and then Genghis to the west. And he's gonna have also Hungary. Hungary is actually his ally. That's fine. Hungary is fine. Okay. So I guess we do have from both sides actually the coastals that can be attacked over here. On one side it's gonna be Liege that can be attacked by Zulu and by Hungary, and on the other side we do have Mahapahit, which is gonna be available to attack by Mongolians. Both Mongolians. Well, I guess Rom and Distoria are gonna be eating some Indonesian specialties by tonight. Did they move? Did they not move? What's going on? This is what it is. Oh well. Disconnected? Why disconnect? Wow. They just want to lag out the whole game with the pins. Guess it is what it is. New lobby, new map? Well, if that's the referee's choice, that's the referee's choice. Free remap, I guess. Well, let's see. It's meaning like you are. Oh, just me? Oh my god, sorry. I hope I don't have any 0 MS. No, it's fine. Okay, we're getting this going. Okay, so new map, new stuff. What do we have here? We're going left or right? We're going left or right, chat. Where are we going? Ulyss on Varangian, or are we going 19 Zulu? Which one? Which one? Left again? We're going left. Okay. Leech. Where is Leech? No. Here. No. Where is Leech? Here. Looks like he does have the Coco this time. Oh no, sorry. This is Legenda, not Leech. Leech is actually wait. No, this is Leech, no? Leech, no ping lag. No ping lag. Okay. Anyway, we do have him over here with his Crocodile next to him. He does have also another set on the citrus on the south, and by the looks of it, he's also going to have a bit of a problem with his holy set placement. He does have, I guess, the Iron Tile that he could place it in the south. Not really ideal. We do have him with quite a bit of fresh water to the north and to the west side. He's going to have China north. That's going to be one of his opponents. And I do see also Mongolia on the western side. So I guess China will fight Mongolia, and they will leave probably Norway alone. We do have him Also needing to set up his city over here. Definitely a decent amount of tutus and tiles to work with. Extra food from the fish tiles, which I gotta say these fish tiles are probably not gonna give him that many points of adjacency here. It doesn't seem like he's gonna have a good coast on the south towards Auckland, but at least he does have Auckland. Towards the north it looks good, but he also has Indonesia here very close by, which is gonna be one of his opponents, and this is gonna turn deadly quite soon in the Baltic Sea. And they will probably not even meet each other actually over here. We do have to take a look also on Alexis Kremp. Where do we have him? Here, I believe. Yeah, there we go. So Arabia does have a few wine tiles, but they're not gonna have any bit of extra production on them. We do have him with the rivers to the western side here in I would say with some flat plains. I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to use this river in the south, and looks like he's also gonna be very close to Karakorum. That's gonna be one of his allies here, and he's gonna be happy about it. He does have an opponent, China, on the right, separated by a few one-tile chokes here with a mountain in between. This is probably him closing the choke and forgetting about China on the right, and he's gonna want to get simming. He does also have Zulu on the western side, so I'm pretty sure this is gonna be one of his opponents that he's gonna need to be really careful about. Ulundi, not an easy enemy to take care of, especially when he has the chocolate hills next to him. Auckland right below Indo and Norway. Yeah, exactly, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna fight for this city center. We do have also Kublai Khan, Mongolia. That's gonna be not this. We got him here, Shanadu, with a 3-1 spy style in the capital for those extra food points. A scout coming up in 3, and by the looks of it, also quite a few of these cities that he can place on the freshwater. He does have an opponent that's gonna be Mahapahit on the western side, so it looks like we might actually have a 2 versus 1 situation against Mr. Toes, 1 on land, 1 on the water. Not ideal at all for Mahapahit. He's definitely gonna want to settle this inner sea, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to get those boats in the water so he can actually find Norway on the western side. He might end up with a few berserkers on his territory. They're definitely not going to be happy about it. We do have Genghis Khan also, Karakorum benefiting from quite a few tutus around. Does have some bananas, but again, without the extra production on them. I do see a banana 3-2 in the south that he's not going to get, and from what I do see, there's also going to be Ikil with a few bananas 3-2s around it that he can easily settle. With an amber settle on the western side, which is going to give him a possibility to get a +4 count, 1, 2, 3, 4 campus right next to that city center on the 1-1. And that's actually, I think, one of the few tiles we don't see with a resource on it. This is incredible, actually, that he's actually going to have one of those +4s. Anyway, we do have Karakorum getting his scout out, and I do see he's going to have 4 cities that he can get towards Shendu quite easily to the northeast with freshwater from these lakes. I'm pretty sure he's going to be happy settling them and trying to get a little bit of an extra edge over there against Uzetian. Mr. Toast is going to also be here with the cocoa in his capital with a 3-2 banana. That's a lot of food and quite a bit of gold. He also has a spy style in the 3rd ring towards the south, which I'm pretty sure he's going to want to get another city in the south. I'm not that convinced he's going to set up the coffee or the 1-1 right now. To be honest, I'm kind of bouncing myself in between those two. And one of the things that does actually want me to get onto the coast would be that spy style over there that I could grab. Well, I'm pretty sure he can actually get 2 cities here, one southeast, one southwest of this sea, and he can definitely benefit from both of those tiles in different cities, not in just one. Yeah, we do have him also with some coastal settles that he could get southwest towards Nidaros, and we're going to need to see how quick or how slow he's going to be on this. Some miners to settle in the north at a pretty good coast. That's a long coast that he could just keep on going. The biggest issue is, well, Mongolia on the right side. He's definitely going to have a problem with Rom if they do choose to keep this map. Now we do have also Uzetian. Uzetian is gonna be here, right? Shendu gonna benefit from quite a few chops in the capital, with turtles coming up also in the southwest in the 2nd ring. We do have him decent fresh water from these rivers, east side and south, and I do see a decent amount of chops also for these extra food points from the rainforest. But again, Karakorum southwest, an opponent here on the western side, Cairo, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to be happy with how flat this land is on the right side. We do have him with some lakes over here also in the north, 1-tile lakes and some 3-tile lakes, so he can get the fresh water on those placements. I'm pretty sure he's going to have a decent amount of settles if the game goes long. Now we do also need to take a look on Matthias Corvinus, which we didn't actually get to to check. So Matthias Corvinus is on his own island here, and looks like he's gonna get the opportunity to trade with Zulu. He will probably get a city over here on that sugar tile, and try to get the coastal trade routes going between him and Ulundi. He does have another scout coming up in 2 turns. To be honest, this is kinda, you know, his own island. It is locked. It is actually, there is a bridge over here on the land towards the Sahara in the north, and that's about it. That's, I guess, technically that's called a peninsula, if I'm not mistaken, but it is what it is. Now we do have Buddha also expanding into the rice tile so he can get some extra food from fresh water from the lakes on the left side, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to get the Pearl of the Danube bonus on his cities here. I'm actually a bit surprised we didn't see him try to, well, I guess he didn't know about the horse tile. We might actually see him just go directly towards commercials and try to place one down really quickly before he actually discovers the horse tile. And then, well, I mean, what's gonna happen with the Government Plaza, man? He's gonna need bronze working if he needs the Government Plaza on the second tile. I don't know, man. That's kind of unfortunate. We do have him with another possible sugar settle with another 2 spice tiles in that single city. That is a lot of food in a single city to the southeast, and he does have also the Pearl of the Danube bonus on the other side of those rivers. Unfortunately, he does have some 1 telex western side that he's not gonna get the Pearl of the Danube bonus on, so it's kind of like a half vampire kind of bonus over here on the side of Buddha. Anyway, now we do need to take a look also on Zulu. Shaka is going to be on the coast with Chocolate Hills to the southeast. It does seem like he's going to have a settle on a cattle tile, and we're going to need to see if he's going to want to settle coast or non-fresh. That's always an option over here. I'm pretty sure he's going to have his Ikandas quite early on, and that is going to give him an extra housing point anyway. He's going bronze working in 9 turns here, getting it very quickly, and I gotta say he does have Ulundi. Ulundi has Cairo very close by. We might actually see a very early war against his opponent. I also want to mention Saladin is going holy sites there. He's not going for his generals. It's going to take him quite a bit of time, and this distance is not going to give him that luxury. Also cool with turtles. We got turtles somewhere. Yeah, he does actually have a lot of. Look at this holy site, man. Holy site. Look at this campus. +6 campus on the seas over there, man. Yeah. Look at those shorelines, man. Look at the curves. Amazing, right? We do have him also with the possibility to settle a few cities on the backside towards the northwest or Samarkand, or the west side over here with fresh water from some rivers. I'm gonna have some dice tiles, but I guess he's not gonna have the extra points on them. Not gonna be happy about it. I do have to say, it looks like Arabia is gonna figure out Zulu is here quite early on, and from what I do see, Zulu is already sending both of his scouts actually right side, because he did send his warrior first on the west, and he knows. No, that's a +9 campus for Indo. Yeah, but Indo is very far away, right? Indo is very far away from it. And I do see Indonesia did pick up religious settlements as a pantheon. He's not gonna have those extra points on the coast over here on his resources. We're going to see who's gonna pick up God of the Sea. We actually did get quite a bit too fast on this. Looks like it was slow. They moved slowly. We were either too fast or they kind of moved slowly here. We do have Mongolia meeting China. Varangian will know about this. Okay, Mahapahit. Did anybody meet Indonesia? I don't see anybody meeting Indonesia. We do have also China starting to get towards the north, but he's not going to see Arabia here. We do have Arabia being spotted by Zulu, by Nairine. He doesn't know exactly his spawn, but he does know that he's not southeast, and he's gonna see the loyalty over here somewhere. Well, we'll turn 10, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna get their war declared so they can see the extra loyalty. I'm also pretty sure we're gonna have the pause in just a few seconds so they can get those remap votes going. And it will be a remap. Looks like Ulyss is gonna choose to get this out. Okay, well, just give it a few seconds here. Whoa. And I do need to put up the team labels. That's gonna be Ulyss left side and TBD on the right. We go right this time. Okay, activate Zulu Indo swamp. Okay, let's see what do we have here. 19 is gonna be the first one that we're gonna need to take a look at. Okay, where is he? Here, and it looks like he's gonna have Mongolia, but that is quite far away. Does he actually have anybody to go against? Oh my God, nobody else to go against. Well, I guess it will be Indonesia here that he's gonna get some trade routes in the water, in the southern water, but that's far away. So it looks like Zulu is gonna need to sim. He's gonna need to sim. Okay, sure, he's gonna find Mongolia at some point, but this is not close. This is really not close adjacency. We do have 19 with a river spanning to the western side, and I gotta say, if he doesn't actually move somewhere, he's not gonna get to place a freshwater city to the southwest. He's gonna need to go non-fresh and then aqueduct later. Well, I guess he does have some bananas, and he's gonna go again his unique district, so it shouldn't be that problematic. What was the unique district? The Ikanda. Anyway, yeah, we do have him also with some pigs, but they're lacking the extra production points. Bananas in the second ring there, and from what I do notice, he does have his warriors starting to move towards the west side. He does have some more fresh water from rivers, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to keep on expanding towards the east so he can benefit from these other ones, the rivers, and not go that much in on the coast. We do need to also take a look at Matthias Venus, which is going to be very close to Nidaros, and by the looks of it, he's also going to have this time around actually 4 times for his Pearl of the Danube bonus. We do have him to the eastern side with a coastal city that he can get down, so he can trade with Mr. Toes here on the water. This is going to be extremely valuable for them, with a pretty good second settle on the north to get the coffee tiles, not to mention in between the mountains on the western side. And we do have a lot of forces here actually to get going against Norway, the no ping lag Norway. Well, we're gonna need to see if also Ulundi is gonna try to get some units out to help out Hungary. I'm pretty sure he's also gonna have his hands full over here with Chengdu, Uzetian on the western side. And talking about Uzetian, we do have him relatively close to the coast, but he's not on it. And I do see he's gonna have both Mongolias next to him. One on the western side, that's going to be Genghis Khan Historia, and one on the right side, that's going to be Shanadu over here. We got Rom in there. We do have him also with I would say the horses in the capital city. I do have to say he doesn't have that many chops, even if he does have 2-2s around, doesn't have that many chops. We will see him definitely develop cities on this river towards the southwest, which again is going to expose him to attacks from Karakorum. While I do see he has some rivers to the northeast, doesn't seem like he's going to get to place more than like maybe 3 cities, and that's going to be clumped up cities over here. Yeah, I'm not even sure if he can actually fit 3, right? It's 1 here, or he can go coastal with 1 and then get 1 here and then get another 1 here, and that's going to be 3. And then we will need to see if he's actually gonna, be courageous enough to go past these mountains that will be directly in the face of Kublai Mongolia. Definitely not gonna be an easy choice for him to make. Gitarja is gonna be on the coast. We got Mahapahit here with his 2-2 base, also with some turtles on the western side. Gonna have his 2-2s around, and from what I do notice, he's also gonna have quite a bit of fresh water from these lakes, so he can get going some cities on this coast. Not bad. From what I do also see, he didn't pick up a Pantheon yet. We're just gonna see him in a few turns here getting it. He does have a 2 faith a turn. We also have him with the freshwater rivers on the eastern side, even though I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to stay coastal. He does have 1, 2, 3 at least cities that he's gonna get with freshwater, and possibly in the north that of course he does have the lakes. That's not gonna be an issue for him to get going, especially the 2-3-1 wine tile over there that's gonna give him those extra production points. Mr. Toes is going to have trade routes with Hungary to the southwest, and I would imagine he's also going to want to get a city in the on the coast on the eastern side, so he can actually trade with Zulu with 19. We also do need to move towards Genghis Khan, which is going to be here, east side of Zulu, not close, not far away. And I gotta say, Ulundi did move. He did move. He did move very nice. That means he's going to get this awesome city over here on the bananas with the fresh water. And since yesterday somebody did ask if there is a reason for somebody to move. Well, there it is. There it is. This is one of the reasons for somebody to move. One turn. We do have another settler coming up in 4 from Karakorum, 3 to Bananas coming up there, and from what I do see, Mongolia is going to start getting his cities out soon. We do have him with fresh water from the rivers towards the south, and what I do notice, he's also going to have a very good river network, a much better river network than what Zulu has over here on the western side, or what Shendu Uzetian had on the east. We're also going to need to see him get his encampments down if he's gonna go quickly for encampments. This is something that we're gonna see in the next few turns. He did manage to get mining, or is going mining right now with 4 turns to discover it, or I guess he does need to switch his tech over there. I don't know. Also, that's a plan. Activate Zulu in the right this time. Yeah, the actual 7 Seas map. Yeah, we do have quite a few water bodies for them to actually benefit from. Rom is over here on the right side of Uzetian. On the other side, he's gonna figure out where China is soon. Marius BW is trying to get a scout in between those mountains, and will also scout out this warrior of Mongolia. While I do notice Liege actually, sorry, Liege just met Hungary, and of course Hungary is also gonna know how close his opponent is. We're going to see if he's actually gonna get going against him at the close, what I should say, at an early timing or not. Yeah, we do see also Rom here. Xanadu is going to have a decent amount of rivers on the eastern side if he wants to keep expanding there. We do have Indonesia past Hansa, and I'm pretty sure he's going to want at some point to get some attacks going against his opponent there. If not, it's going to be Hungary in the south that's going to take all of the Keshiks. And we do have Xanadu also benefiting from some geothermals, which are going to give him those extra adjacency points towards his campuses. There is a war declaration being sent. Looks like China is going to keep away the Mongolian unit from him. Although I believe that's not it, right? It shouldn't be it. I'm pretty sure they want to take a look at their loyalty pressure. Everybody wants to take a look at their loyalty pressure. But anyway, let's actually keep going. Saladin here gonna get his first holy side down. That's a +3, and from what I do notice, he's also gonna have a campus in between with some adjacency from the reef tiles. Not bad. He's also gonna have the reef fish that's gonna give him the extra food, and as you can see on the scout over there, gonna have an extra city. We do have him with the possibility to trade with Liege. They're on the same water body on the Red Sea. And while I do notice Liege also did place down one of his holy sites. Coming back to Cairo, we do have him with a decent amount of rivers around him, northwest, south, and southeast, and west side. While he does have Torres del Paine in the south, doesn't look like that's gonna be an awesome wonder. Well, I guess there is a city over there that he can definitely get for an extra 2-3 and then a 5-foot tile. He's probably gonna grow on that 2-4 plains hill and try to make use of it. But not, I gotta say, this is not the best Torres we've seen. Like, we gotta admit this, right? This is not the best Torres version that we've seen. And I think I actually do need to put my chats in order here. Yes, Victor, good evening, sir, and welcome. Also, Papas, good evening, sir, and welcome on YouTube. Left, if you see it this time, well, we did go left, so it is what it is. We got it. Yeah, we do have also Mongolia managing to get a builder from somewhere. Did he scout it? He probably popped it from a hut, no? 3-charge builder, yeah, he probably popped it from a hut, because there's no city state that he could have actually stolen it from. I think we didn't see one, right? We didn't take a look at Harald's spawn. Yeah, we do have him starting to move his settlers west side, and he does have his holy side coming up in 2 turns. While this is gonna be the map. Whoa. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna take it the other way around. This is what it is. Oh well, we do have Nidaros here benefiting from a horse style in the first ring. He does have his 3-1-1 spy style, and we're gonna have another one in the third ring southeast. We do have Nidaros getting that holy side out next turn, and I do see his initial placement for another city is gonna be western side. That's a bit weird actually. I was thinking he's gonna go northeast on that base, but anyway, it is what it is. And we do have him starting to move slowly, and from what I do see, he's eyeballing that aluminium tile, trying to fit as many cities around this as possible. I gotta say, this aluminium tile doesn't have, as a city placement, doesn't have that many tiles to work. And we do have also Nidaros benefiting from iron somewhere. That's probably gonna be underneath his holy site. I don't see anywhere else that the iron could actually be, and that's a plain seal, so that should be it. We do have him also with some tiki huts, and from what I do notice, he did push back the Hungarian warrior. That warrior went to the north, and we do have the Norwegian scout cat starting to explore his own north. Oh, that's why he didn't know. He didn't know about this, right? He didn't know about this. That's why he actually went somewhere else. We do have also Saladin Sultan. That's going to be on the same coast as Nidaros, and as you can see, Cairo is also finishing up his holy site in 3. Gonna get that first city to the southwest. That's going to be next to some spy styles, and of course getting it closer to Torres del Paine, which is going to give him those extra food points. Not a lot of chops, but definitely the extra food and the production is going to be welcome for him. We do have him also with that amazing settled northwest, actually, for the extra spices and the bananas. While I do see his iron tile is going to be first ring from Cairo. He does also have some horses in the second ring here. Quite easy to improve and acquire his resources. We will need to see what kind of religion is he gonna get, and we will also need to see if he's gonna want to just keep on simming. I think this is just free simming Sultan. Not sure if it's the best thing, but I guess we're gonna need to see a lot of signs coming around from this bad boy. We also do see Kublai Khan Mongolia. Shanadu is gonna get that settled to the southwest. Already some of these Hungarian scouts are looking very angrily against that scout, or at that scout. Shanadu is gonna get his another settler in 510s, and he does have places for these settlements on the right side and to the north on the river. Now we do have him expanding south first, and that is going to be very close to Hungary, and by the looks of it, Rome is going to pick up the flag of going against Hungary, maybe with a little bit of Norway help, although I'm pretty sure Liege is going to try to get the gold actually, and not flex around his military muscles anywhere. And we do also have Distoria here with 2 cities already. Ulaanbaatar got placed on the southwest, where he did have a 3-charge builder ready to start improving stuff. He got one of those wheat tiles improved and got his irrigation boost. We do have him with the 3rd city coming up soon, and he does have another amenity settle on the right side, the honey tile. Actually, I'm not sure if that's a good thing to get on the honey tile, because again, you actually block yourself from another city on the same river if you go on that particular tile. Well, there's a decent amount of fresh water from these rivers and the lakes towards the western side and towards the north, and from what I do notice, he did see where Zulu is western side. He probably didn't get to his cities, but he did notice how to say the loyalty. He started to notice the loyalty. Oh my god, he actually did not start to notice. Well, I guess he's not noticing it, and he knows he's not that close. That's also this hello, my game. My game just froze. Hello, Keyboard. Good evening, sir. My game just froze. Lol. Man. Let me see. Is it only my game? Oh my god, man. Game just froze. Yeah, it is just my game. What is this, man? Amazing, no? Microsoft update, bro. Man, leave it to Microsoft to actually kill your computer. I guess I'm gonna need to close the program. Let me share this before I do this. Man. Wait, disconnecting? Oh. Okay, well, hopefully we're gonna get through this quickly. I do want to double check something. Just gonna need to quickly rejoin. Does Mr. Toast have a god spawn? I would already say it's a god spawn, to be honest. It's good, but not really a god spawn. Yeah, I'm sure Mr. Toast will make it look like a god spawn. Yeah, he's gonna definitely try to make it. I do have to say he's kind of in between two opponents over there, wasn't he? If I remember correctly, weren't there like two next to Guitarcha? Or was that Hungary? Let me double check. Or no, actually. Never mind. Let's actually get into the game and see. I was checking the pins from the... Okay, not touching anything. Not touching. 0, no, 1, 1. Echo Supreme, we had 1 remap. Ulyss actually used the remap token. TBD chose not to use the remap token. I didn't finish the prediction and I don't want to click right now, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, Echo Supreme. I'm gonna click buttons as soon as I can. Okay, well, hopefully at the moment we didn't double load. Okay, okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're actually fine. Okay, we do have China moving with his center towards the south. Looks like there is a Mongolian scout that is there, and I do see a scout from China is available to actually escort that. Should be fine. We were actually jumping from Genghis to Gitarja, if I'm not mistaken, right? And we do have Hungary actually taking one of the Mongolian scouts down. Ooh, that has a promotion. Let's actually see if he's going to manage to get it next time. Hungary did manage to get also one of his warriors next to the Kola. That's not going to be that disturbed. What it was... Okay, so Indonesia is here with religious settlements again. Looks like he's gonna have Mongolia. That's gonna be Kublai on the western side. Although I'm pretty sure Mongolia is gonna be more against TBD Sage, or I should say Hungary, than it is against Indonesia. He also has Zulu on the right side, which is going to be one of his allies. So again, that's kind of a free settle over here. That's fine. Free sim Mr. Toes until quite a bit later on in the game. Mr. Toes is also going to benefit from the horses in the second ring over there with Iron Tile in the second ring, and I do need to finish the prediction so Echo Supreme doesn't throw something at me. How many remaps? One. There we go. One remap, man. Please launch. Yes. Thank you. Sorry. There we go. I launched it. I clicked. Works? Kachika, works? Does the stream work? I mean, on my end, it says it works, but I don't know if it's fine. It's fine? It's all good? Well, if anybody sees, please let me know. We do have a trader coming up from Surabaya to connect to Mahapahit. Mr. Toes is gonna get his third city towards the south by the looks of it, and I do see him scouting with a wanted charge builder to see what's up there. He does have still one of those sticky hearts that he could take, and I do see a wine settle on the right side that is also gonna have so many chops that did manage to grab a builder from Mogadishu. That's gonna be a 3 charge builder that is gonna get back in Surabaya for him to get all of those beautiful improvements. Marius BW with Uzetian is already getting a little bit phased out here. We do have Marius. Actually, wait a second. Is he threading the needle against Historia? Is he? Wow, Marius BW is so confident that his settler is actually gonna get away from this. Whoa. I'm actually so surprised we didn't have him send his settler on the 2-1 instead of over here on the 3-1 Citrus. I guess we're going to need to see next turn. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of clicking being done by the historian. On the other side, we're going to have a lot of shift entering being done by Marius BW. Let me also put up the prediction for who will have the first city being taken over, who will conquer the first city. It's going to be Ulyss on one side and TBD on the other. There we go. Submission period for 15 minutes. You can get the points in. And yeah, there we go. The shift enter actually went through, and Marius BW did actually save his settler here. Also, we do have him getting a slinger out from Shendu to try to get some extra defense against the Mongolia scouts, and also allow his improvements to be done here. He has a builder from Longxi, while he also has a tobacco tile in that city center, so he can get those extra faith points going. Looks like he didn't actually choose to go onto the coast, maybe with another city later on. He's gonna need to definitely set up a defense against 2 opponents on the western side, Karakorum Mongolia, or on the eastern side, the other Mongolia. Rom here. We do have Hungary actually not managing to take out that scout from Mongolia, and I do see the Mongolian settler did pop out. Let's actually see where is he gonna go. North. He's going north. Okay, well, that's a direction that nobody has units right now. The river in Kola did flood. I don't think it actually added any extra points. I don't see any extra points anywhere. And he did settle on a sugar tile, so that was a 3-1 anyway. I don't see him also buying up the 2-1 coffee for those extra culture points at the beginning, but he's getting a monument out in 4 times from that city center. Divine Spark is going to be also the choice for Norway to get those extra points of faith, of course, from the Great Prophet points, while we do have Tromsø putting down another one of these +3 holy sites on the southwestern coast. That's a bit far away from his city center, so he cannot really get the double adjacency to his harbor from the city center and also from the holy site. We do have the more builders coming around from him, and from what I do notice, he's going to have some fish tiles in the water to get his improvements going. Since he is the only one going for celestial navigation, he's going to need to get the boost for himself, and I'm pretty sure improving 2 of these fish tiles are going to be a must-have. We do have him with horses in the capital in the first ring, and yeah, we do see his scouts are trying to fend off the Hungarian units that are coming around him. Well, we do have Hungary here with staying on 2 cities. Oh no, never mind. He actually did get the 3rd one, but it was well, it's green over green, so you know, it is what it is. We do have Hungary that is gonna get to settle on the geothermal fissure on the eastern side with the extra food from the river. A bit surprising that again he didn't actually want to put it somewhere that he's gonna have the maximum amount of points for his Pearl of the Danube. He's gonna at least have this 1 tile across that river, but that's about it. We do also see that he's gonna have that coastal trade route with Indonesia, which is going to be super valuable. On the side of Mongolia, we do have Karakorum getting another settler out in 1 turn here from Karakorum. He did start to place down his campuses with a +2 there and another +3 from Urumqi. Looks like Ulaanbaatar did not place one yet. He does have the third population, so I'm pretty sure he can place one if he wants to. Maybe there's a bit of a problem with the gold. Maybe he does want to place it on a tile that he doesn't have it yet. City Patron Goddess is also going to be his first pantheon, and we're going to need his pantheon, and we're going to need to see the 40% getting through towards these campuses. There we go. He did place it from Ulaanbaatar, 5 turns to get going. Well, we do have him with a builder that does still have one single charge. It looks like he did manage to improve the wheat tile over there that got pillaged by Zulu, but he still got the irrigation boost. That's gonna be fine. Also, campus opening, no generals for Mongolia. Yeah, campus opener over here for this story. I think he's thinking that it's gonna take a while until he's gonna need to get going, and I do have to say we might actually have Zulu over here managing to deny a lot of the generals. God of War and Plunder already for Zulu, and from what I do see, Nairin did open up with his 3 Kandas, already one finished with another 2 very close coming out. Obama is gonna get an encampment training project in 2 turns. 2 turns, while the capital didn't actually finish the Ikanda from that city center. I'm pretty sure it's gonna get out soon. He did want to get another settler coming out from that city. Good evening, Adiro. Bonsoir, monsieur. Well, still no strategic resources improved by Nairin, and from what I do notice, we're going to need to see what Arabia is also going to pull off here. Towards the south of Mongolia, we do have him sending that city next to the spy settle that I was talking about. He did pick up Earth Goddess as a pantheon, and I do see him managing to get those 2 holy sites down. Actually, I'm a bit surprised. He didn't place this next to Torres del Paine. Oh well, I guess it was only a +2. It is what it is. He would definitely have more adjacency. Never mind, he would definitely have more adjacency from the mountains for those campuses, so it is what it is. More shrines on the Cairo, and I do see he's definitely going to have a decent amount of faith generation from the beginning. 11 faith attempt because of Earth Goddess here. Looking at Norway, we did have him with Divine Spark. He's getting his builder upgrades. Going to build the first fish tile, going to get that second one improved, and from what I do see, he did settle Sarpsborg over there on the river on a 2-2 base, not on the main style. He is gonna get his deer improved here, or chopped, whatever it is. We might see it getting chopped because, you know, the fish style over there for his campus adjacency. We don't have him with an extra holy site coming out from Sarpsborg, which is a bit surprising. Okay, there we go. He did place it down next to the coast. It's only gonna be a +2, no, +3. It is a +3 with the 2 forest tiles because, you know, deer actually has forest on it. Very nice. We also do notice the Hungarian warrior did want to get out of here. Mongolia did manage to attack into it quite a few times. He left his scout in between all of these nasty units of Mongolia, and you do see Rom is not taking any prisoners. He took those down really quickly. With the campus opener on Mongolia, again, this is going to be quite an issue since we do have China managing to get his 2 encampments down, and we do have also Zulu managing to get his 2 encampments down with already 17 regional points. He did finish one of those projects. It does seem like we might not have Mongolia actually, because there are 2 of them managing to get their holy sites done, but their generals done. Oh my god. But the thing is, they will try to get to the Kesheks as quickly as possible, and that's one of the reasons they're going for the campus openers over here. They might end up getting the generals from the medieval stage of the game, and we're going to need to see if Zulu is going to manage to actually take some of those with him. We do have Hungary also placing down his commercials. He did get all of them actually with the Pearl of the Danube bonus, and from what I do notice, he has quite a few chops, not to mention a pretty good Temple of Artemis, if I'm not mistaken, if he actually doesn't chop the deer tile. Anyway, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4 possible. Actually, you didn't get it from the plantations also, right? It's not only the, if I remember correctly, Temple of Artemis. We do have him with the plantations also. So we got, oh my god, we got so many of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 amenities over here. Not bad at all. Not to mention some more in the north for the city of Sejet. Well, we do have him hunting down one of the Norwegian scouts with his slinger, and it looks like he threw a lot of rocks. That scout started running. We did have also Hungary managing to get quite close up and personal with the Norwegian cities. He wants to see what's going on here, and I do see at the moment there is a trader that needs to establish somewhere a connection with someone. And Liege over here, let's see where is he gonna go. Anyway, Moksha getting in as the first governor in Nidaros. I do see he's gonna get those shines for those extra faith points at 10. He's right now on. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Only 6 points of faith per 10. This is not that big. Uzetin also went for God of the Forge as a Pantheon, getting his encampment trading projects from 2 of these cities. Looks like he's gonna get these very quickly. And I do also notice Siddhartha Gautama has been picked up as a great prophet over here for Saladin, and we do have also Norway managing to get his. So we're gonna see those religions pop out very quickly. I didn't see anybody pick up a scientist, and I do only see Mongolia managing to get the great scientist points per turn. Zulu is gonna have 6 passive great general points a turn. China is on 4 right now, and of course they're making projects 2 actually, sorry 2, and they're making projects for those next ones. I'm pretty sure Zulu is gonna get at least 1 if he's not gonna get 2, while we're gonna have China over here managing to get at least 2. If he's gonna finish 2 projects, he's gonna get 2 generals here, especially that he already has the halfway points. We do have to see also Indonesia getting his sim up with lighthouses coming in his Royal Navy, in his dockyards, I mean in his harbors. We do have him managing to get some improvements on the J-tiles, making them a little bit better, getting some boats from Badung on the southeastern coast. Here he does have Mohenjo-daro that he might actually take out as a city center. And from what I do notice, there is also going to be quite a big island for him to actually get his settles going. I would imagine he's going to call out for Zulu to get onto this coast so he can get those trade routes going. And we do have some campuses also coming around from Zulu. He did manage to place a +3 to the west side of Nobamba. That's going to get out next turn. We're 10-26, so the players are still trying to get their scores going. I'm pretty sure they will. Getting another encampment training project from Kwadukuza while already recruiting Purika does mean, oh, look at that. So China is going to get another one of these. Zulu is going to get another one of these. So that's going to be it for the generals from the first stage. And at the moment, none of their opponents are actually managing to get their generals out. Not even encampments now. Like, not even encampments now. We don't see a single encampment coming out from Mongolia. I do see Rom and Historia are slowly getting there, but they're like 1 turn away, 2 turns away from getting bronze working. Also, yeah, 4 generals. Imagine evil plan for Zulu, continue and get all generals of the second era. Yes! Oh my god. You say it's funny, but I think there's quite a serious chance of that happening, no? There is a serious chance of that happening. We do have Moksha establishing in Ulaanbaatar, while I don't see anybody at the moment, any government getting into Mongolia's capital. We might actually see, I would say Magnus getting in there for the chops. Auckland is also on this map towards the north, and I do want to take a look at the city-states here really quickly. Zanzibar, Hanza, Mogadishu, and Muscat will be providing the trade bonuses in the game. We do have Nazca with Chinguetti also for those extra faith points. Not to mention Chinguetti is going to be very, very good already. We do have Hungary sending one of his Amani is in there to try to get that city on his side. You do have also Auckland with Buenos Aires and Mexico City for the industrial bonuses, and I do see Mohenjo-daro is going to be the only one for culture, while we do also see Fez is going to be over here in the game. It is very far up into the north, and I'm not sure if it's going to get discovered anytime soon. Like, especially these city-states that are on the edge of the map, in territory that the players just don't want to go into. Well, as you can see, they're not getting discovered that early. Zanzibar did get discovered and already is getting seized by the Chinese Empire, with Amani getting in there in 1 turn. I do see China did already send one of his trade routes there, probably for a mission, so he can get the free envoys. And we do have also Norway getting slowed down from getting his holy site by Hungary. It's just going to be a few turns over here of him not managing to get his holy site down. Arabia did go for feed the world with tithe on his religion with her goddess as a pantheon, while Norway did go for work ethic and defender of the faith with divine spark as a pantheon. We're going to see if those extra production points are going to help him out here. Now, we do also see Hungary is already on 4 cities with his markets coming around soon from his city centers that did build the commercials. There's a wave of builders, also a wave of monuments while we go. I need to see him getting his military units. I do see he's switching from actually getting his encampments towards getting his horseback riding. Archery is going to come out in 1 turn. State for workforce also for his government plaza availability to build is going to come out next turn. And we're going to need to see what is he going to pull off here. He doesn't have his strategic resources improved. Actually, there aren't that many strategic resources across the board improved. Mr. Toast did get horses. Marius BW got horses. JGJ didn't get anything right now, and then 19 started to get some horses. On the other side, it's only gonna be Historia that has horses. 19 horses, Historia. Nobody else has horses. Rom didn't improve any, Alexis Krem didn't improve any, and Leech didn't improve any. Nothing. Not even a pasture, man. Not even a whiff of a tail of a horse over there. Hungary also Armani. He doesn't have another governor. Yeah, he doesn't have. He did actually place Armani somewhere. I don't know where. Was it? Where was it? Cinguetti, right? He's going for Cinguetti. Yeah, there we go. He's going for Cinguetti, Armani. So we got two very quick Suzes over here on the city states. He did choose Magnus for the capital bonuses. We're gonna need to see how he's gonna try to get to use it for the chops, and of course what kind of units or buildings is he gonna want to get with the chops. China did manage to recruit Hannibal Barca and Trung Trac on his side, while I'm pretty sure Zulu did manage to get the other two. Burica already did get converted into a military engineer, while I do see Sun Tzu is gonna be over here available for Zulu for his extra damage points against his opponent. Another in Canada from Kangela, which is going to be a coastal city towards the northeast, while we do have him with 6 points a turn. Again, nobody has points here. Oh my god, they could actually do this. Zulu can do this, can totally deny the generals of Genghis Khan and Rom. I do see Ulaanbaatar is going to finish an encampment the next turn. Urumqi is also going to get one in 4, and we do have a government Plaza actually deployed in Karakorum to get a bit of extra adjacency on the campuses. Got some festivals available for Mongolia. We do have the government Plaza also getting out from Korla, finishing next turn for an extra government point, and not to mention extra adjacency there for that campus. We do have him with a builder that is going to start improving his amenities over here. Definitely the plantations are going to give him extra points of culture, which is going to be quite valuable. We're 10-30, and the players probably did manage to get all of them across the board, the 19 points that they need for the Golden Age, and it looks like it is what it is. Go Genghis, go! Well, he's trying to get the encampment training project in 2 turns here. He wants to get this one down, and it doesn't seem like China or Zulu are actually making more projects. Yeah, they're not making more projects. They just got those early ones, and they're gonna force their opponents to actually get the bigger ones. Zulu 5th series moving northwest. We do see him finishing that in next Ikanda in Kangela soon, while he's switching towards commercials. Okay, from Kwadukuza getting one in 4 turns. On Saladin, we do have him starting off on his Hanging Gardens. He did manage to get that religion spread into 2 of his cities. Damietta is soon going to get another shrine out, and from his holy side, he did finish his holy side. Getting the government plaza actually not in the capital, but in the city of Homs, which is in the south, is a bit weird. It did take him a bit more production to get here. Of course, usually the capital is more productive than the second cities. Actually, that's 14, and this is 12. Okay, not that big of a difference, but still there is a difference. Arabia will have the extra food from the coastal tiles, not to mention those trade routes going towards his ally over here, Norway. This is going to be their economy, just like we will have the economy between Indonesia and, of course, Zulu on the coast. Mongolia did manage to get next to the cities of Nobamba, and since we're 1031, we're going to need to wait for them to actually pick up their Golden Age bonuses so we can start talking about them. The first one to talk is going to be Norway. I see already he picked up Monumentality Golden Age. He is on 28 Faith at 10 with 8 Science and 16 Culture, not to mention 37 points of production. And while we do have him getting Magnus in 2 turns from Salzburg, he's also going to want to plug the chokes from the south. Cinguetti did get really close to Hungary, as you can see, and by the looks of it already, JJJ did manage to levy at once to get those extra points over there. While we're going to need to see if Cinguetti is going to start pumping out a few extra units so he can actually get to levy and actually send them, make use of them against Norway here. Alexis Kremp with 10 Science and 16 Culture. Saladin also chose a Monumentality Golden Age, only 11 gold at 10 with 43 Faith on his side and 38 points of production. Does look like he's in a bit of a better spot over here than Hardrada. Hanging Gardens coming up in 4 for those extra housing points, not to mention the extra growth on his city centers. While he did start to get his builders out, I'm actually quite curious if he's going to start chopping the Hanging Gardens or not. He started improving his amenities also, while we do have Moksha established in the capital. He did want to see what's going on in the Red Sea and send one of his builders out to get some extra vision over there. Still no boat, so he doesn't have the full vision of this. I'm pretty sure he's gonna find it out soon. And yeah, there we go. He did start to actually chop down the Hanging Gardens. Well, that is the placement for his campus, so you know, you can't really blame him. Rom 17 Science with 33 Culture. Pembrush and Voice Gold Rage coming up on Kublai, Mongolia, getting an encampment training project next turn and building up the Wall of Stone in the city of Korla. Doesn't have his 4th city or his 5th city coming around. From what I do notice, there's no extra settler from him, and he's about to touch the borders of Hungary. He's about to touch the border, so we'll see what kind of units he's going to want to use against his opponent here. With also 40 points of production, he does have 15 gold a turn here. Genghis Khan, 21 science with 31 culture, pen brush and voice coordination for Genghis, 4 cities strong, while we do have him getting that second encampment done from Urumqi. He did finish at least one project for Ulaanbaatar. I do have to say, he's going to need at least 3 projects if he actually wants to get this next general. Ethelflaed, as you can see, is the next one, and Zulu is making 8 great general points a turn anyway. So, well, if Zulu actually flexes 1 or 2 more projects, he's still gonna deny a general from his opponents. It might be Romrom, might be Historia, doesn't matter, it might be one. We do have Pingala establishing Urumqi for those extra points of science. While I do see he's gonna get a campus out from Armalik, he did get that on the lake so he can benefit from the fresh water, and has these rice stars with 1-3s over there to couple to get the extra bonuses. And Mongolia will have the ability to actually chop next in the encampment training project. My question is, will he actually want to do that? I don't know. 46 points of production here for the Historia looks pretty good at the beginning. We do have also Mr. Toast, 12 science and 30 culture with 4 cities strong, getting his 5th and 6th and 7th out from the city centers. We do have Indonesia benefiting from religious settlements, so definitely more production towards the cities and more tiles whenever he's gonna get to place them down. We do have him choosing to go more on the coast here, so he can actually benefit from those harbor adjacency points, and we're gonna need to see if he's gonna try to get something else done. We'll probably need to get bronze working so he can take care of these rainforest tiles, and I might actually need to get a general so he can possibly defend against Mongolia's western side. We're going to need to see what kind of target Mongolia is going to choose to want to go against, or I should say Kublai is going to want to choose to go against. We also do see Indonesia here is on 50 points of production with 18 faith a turn. He doesn't actually have monumentality, so he's not going to use that one. Okay, there we go. More settlers coming around, more cities are going to be placed, more happy citizens. Also did manage to plug in Reina in the city of Badung, which is going to give him those extra points of gold whenever he's gonna send his trade routes towards Zulu. I'm a bit surprised. I'm actually expecting him to get a city over here actually to trade with Zulu, and Reina placed there, and whatever, it is what it is. We do have Uzetian here with a pen brush and voice coordination, still on 3 cities, trying to get a Temenanki from his capital, while he has already the coming around from Longshan. We got a police getting onto the map over here, and it looks like Marius BW is actually gonna go across the mountains. He's gonna go across the mountains on the right side. That's gonna put him very close to Mongolia's Romrom. Okay, well, Kublai Mongolia might actually have some cities to chew in. We do also notice Marius is on 39 points of production, while he's getting his will and mysticism coming up in 1. At Temenanki, is this actually necessary? I don't think it's necessary. Like, this is even the wrong city to put a Temenanki in, isn't it? Yeah, this is the wrong city to put a Temenanki in. Maybe it would have worked in Longchi for those 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles of floodplains, but this is certainly not worth. This is really not worth, no? Yeah, I don't know, cool. I don't know. Yeah, okay, he's coming back to Wall of Throne. I don't know, maybe he wanted to build a road or something. Not even a road. He cannot even get a road. Anyway, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Because, you know, you pre-place wonders, you basically pre-build a road. Anyway, yeah, we do have to see what's going to happen over here. With his city already placed in front of his opponent, I do want to double check. We still don't have units from Romrom. The big question, or my question is, he must have forces, no? He must have forces. Like, he's going apprenticeship, he must have forces. Yeah, he must have forces, because it's linked. Okay, so it's just a matter of actually getting the horses out from Romrom. Well, his Ethelflaed general did already get picked up. It looks like Romrom does have a general for himself, but not for the initial units. He doesn't have a general for his initial horses, no? Or swordsman. This general is only going to give him bonuses to medieval and renaissance units, and until he's going to get Kesheks, coursers, men-at-arms, pikemen, or crossbows or something, he's not going to have this. He's not going to have the bonuses. Same can be said about the other Mongolia. The story here is also going to have a welcoming committee. He's going to try to get another encampment training project and working on his world's throne. While I do see he's getting the first horse out from Urumqi, it is going to just meet the Chinese horse, and that's about it. I don't think that there's going to be much happening there. But this is dangerous. This is very dangerous. He's not getting scouted over here, and by the looks of it, Marius BW is going to have... No! Man, I was thinking he's gonna have the surprise factor. He just let it go, didn't he? So he could have had a beautiful entry on the city of Xanadu, pow, 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 you know, at the beginning of the day, just walking in. No. He said, no, I'm going to give a chance to my opponent so he can see me. I can face my opponent and actually watch him in the eyes over there. Okay. You think that city's still dead? You mean Xanadu is not going to be dead? No, it's not going to be dead. There's going to be horses coming around soon. Well, I guess we'll see. There will be some pillages done. I'm pretty sure the campus is quite exposed over here. 4 horses incoming, no need to hide the surprise. It's a +8. Well, we'll see. We shall see. We shall see if it is or not. After the last few days when the players did manage to actually successfully defend even against +5, +8, I don't know, man. Somebody forgot to build up the defense. Kick W. Okay, so 2 horses did pop from Rom. He's gonna get the next ones. A shift enter from Marius. He's gonna get also his general in check over there. And will want to start doing something. Look at that. He cannot do anything. He cannot do anything. Can he take... I don't think he can take the city. Anyway, we'll see. I guess we will see when they will start attacking. If they will start attacking. Ooh. They can get the 3 hits on the city center, no? But they need at least 3 turns. Because I'm pretty sure the 4th horse is not gonna get going. But anyway. What? What do you mean? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Bull whip. This Ethelflaed general doesn't work. This one works, yes. True track. But this one doesn't work. Ethelflaed. Yeah. Okay, it looks like Mongolia is gonna get his Temple of Artemis from Urunki, and from what I do see, he stayed on that 1 horse, getting scouted out by Marius with 1 horse of his own. Maybe he can get some free pillages. I do see Nyreen is also starting to get closer to the east side, building up his Warlord's throne, and I do want to double check. Nyreen did go for Pembrush and Voice with 16 science and 24 culture, also 66 points of production. Actually, at the moment, he's the most productive in the game, with 6 cities already settled. Campus is getting out. He did manage to get 2 generals, 3 generals. He also recruited El Cid on his side. Sun Tzu is over here, and where is his Burika? Bro, where's the military engineer? Did he lose his military engineer? Oh my god, he lost his military engineer. That is so sad. It must have been Mongolia's warrior or something that did get in there and took out his military engineer. Where is his military engineer? Do you guys see it? You think he chopped with it? Instead of building the roads? Wow. I mean, sure. I don't think it's worth, no? Muzerath also, good evening, sir, and welcome. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So Xanadu is gonna get attacked, but it's gonna get walls, so it is what it is. That's gonna be attack over. We might see him when he's gonna see the walls actually in Xanadu. We might see him redeploying towards Korabal soon and leaving Xanadu all by itself. We do have Marius getting another 3 horses that will just gonna pass around over here towards the north. His own horses will also gonna need to get some experience points. While JGJ in the south is also gonna get his encampment down. I do see Norway did the same thing over here in Sarpsborg, and we do have 6 settled. No, this is a 5th and a 6th and a 7th actually settlers coming out from Hungary, and did manage to put pests down on the eastern coast. And from what I do see, he's gonna work on his campuses to get those extra points. And there we go. Xanadu did get the walls, and immediately China is gonna move on the right side to attack into Korabal soon. Did pillage the campus. Exactly as I said, pillage the campus. That's the only damage that he could do. Korabal Gasun is already under siege, and from what I do see, he can actually attack with the 3rd horse. The city is already halfway taken down, and from what I do also notice, Hungary with Indonesia and Marius BW's China are very hungry. Very hungry. They're gonna try to take that city down. Walls coming up in 3. No builder charge yet. He does have a builder that could move on the silk and might actually get to chop, no? There is a possibility here for them to try to save the city center. Move this builder on the sill tile, try to chop us first move next turn, and get the walls going in, and also could actually try to buy out the horse in the capital city. And he has the gold. They already gave him the gold. 29 science, 36 culture, and 180 points of gold, 179. You only need 160, no? For a horse. So that is a possibility. More horses coming out from Rom. He did manage to attack into that weak horse that pillaged the campus, and from what I do see, he will get attacked back by the horses of his opponent. Did also buy a horse in the city of Korabalgasun, a bit late, but I still think he's gonna get the chop. So okay, let's move over there. Let's actually see if he's going, if Marius is gonna click quickly, or that city is gonna get the walls up, and there's not gonna be a way for him. No, he took it down. He took it down. Marius actually did manage to take a city away from Mongolia. We have TBD managing to get the first win on the board over here. Let's actually put it up. We'll finish the prediction here really quickly. TBD, there we go. I have got another reason to hate cigarettes. Some idiot caused a huge fire because he couldn't put out the cigarette butt properly. So many people are now displaced because of this, not to mention the damage. Okay, sure. I don't think he keeps it. No, I don't think he keeps it. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna get to keep it. He's just gonna want to keep it for a few seconds, and maybe at the end of the turn actually raise it. We didn't have him actually managing to get that chop on the silt tile, and I do see he's getting his builder out of there. We do have Mongolia with 2 cities remaining, Xanadu and Kola, and he dropped significantly in the production capabilities, 32 points of production. He did actually... Wait, what? Did he just buy a builder in the city of Korabalgasun? He's gonna keep that city? What? He's gonna keep the city? He kept it. Yeah, he kept it. He's actually working production. 6 turns for a horse. He's actually gonna chop more horses in the face of Mongolia. He's gonna chop more horses in the face of Mongolia. Okay, amazing. I love it. He has Victor in there. Yeah, he's getting Victor in there. 3 turns to get Victor in there. Marius the GOAT. Indeed. Hina, good evening, sir, and welcome. See Future also, good evening, sir, and welcome. Love it. Yeah. Giga Chat, indeed, man. You called it out. Marius the GOAT, yeah. Well, we do have this story also managing to get very close to Stirrups, 2 turns away. He's on 4 series, finishing up his Temple of Artemis and getting a 5th settle out from Karakorum. I do see China, he's starting to sniff around his opponent's series here, but I do think he's actually going to get some pillages going. Another encampment from Al Malik being built very slowly, and from what I do notice, civil service is also coming around for Distoria, so to get those +5 points from his alliance. Stave Church is also available for Norway to get those extra points of production from his work ethic, not to mention his extra faith part. And I do see he had to actually defend one of his holy sites here. One of his archers is quite damaged, and Hungary did try to get some attacks going with his levied units from Cinguetti. Cinguetti actually built a lot of archers here, and I do see 1 heavy chariot. From what I do also notice, Arabia could be attacked, easily attacked by Cinguetti. Just forget about Norway. No, forget about Norway. Go Arabia over here. We got Hattin that is exposed. 10 garrison strength only. How much GPT on the team? 11, 22, 6 and 7 on the side of Ulyss, not that much. On the other side, we do have 38, 1, 40 and then 19. Definitely a lot better goal per turn coming up on TBD side. We also do have more traders coming around from Hungary, and I do want to see what's going on here, because it looks like there's quite a bit of a back and forth going on between these players, between Rom and Marius BW. With the catapult coming up soon from Korabalgasun, he's going to try to chop it with a builder. Bringing new horses from his main cities. You do see how many of them are on the way. This is not going to be easy at all for Rom. Not going to be easy at all. I do have to say these horses, Marius BW, did not manage to actually get their promotions up. Not enough experience yet. He's going to need to be careful with them. Okay, well, we're going to need to see if Mongolia is going to manage to actually use all of his chops to get his extra units and put up a stronger defense. With only Ethelfred, he's going to need to wait for Korzas, and since he did get slowed down by losing a city over there, Korabalgasun, that did have a campus. It did have a +2 campus. Oof, actually it's a +1 campus. Wasn't it a +1? It should have been a +1 campus. Anyway, yeah, that is going to slow him down quite a bit here. Rom, 16 science, 29 culture, Marius BW, 18 science and 30 culture, not to mention 51 points of production versus 33. We will need to see Distoria, no? His big brother over here from somewhere else to actually get onto the fight. Marius BW did see there's nothing coming around against him from the western side, so yeah, they need to fix that somehow. We do have Zulu managing to get a general from this era. Who did manage to pick up generals from this era? Timur on Mongolia, okay, El Cid on Zulu, and then we did have probably the other Mongolia, Kublai Khan managing to get the third one, no? Ethelfred. Yeah, Ethelfred over here on Mongolia. So no general on Hungary, no general anywhere else. Okay, got it. No general on Norway either, actually. Norway might actually get bullied by Marius at the same time. Okay, what do we have? Catapults coming around. We're gonna get some extra range shots. Definitely the correct unit to go against the defenses of Mongolia's capital city of Xanadu. Well, I do notice we're gonna have a Hungarian warrior also deployed in Gorabagasun. I wouldn't really believe that's actually gonna be impactful here. Yeah, we do have Hungary managing to get those extra goal points at 10 with 83 points of production, and right now he's jumping up very good in the production queues, managing to make use of his Pearl of the Danube and also expanding with more cities, guess what, towards Norway and towards Cinguetti. Yeah, with Cinguetti actually, wait, did Cinguetti just delete like half of his army? Because I'm pretty sure there were at least like 5 or 6 archers just running around Cinguetti here. Looks like there's only like 3 of them right now. With that heavy chariot that I did notice the last time, or whatever. Looks like Cinguetti is min-maxing his goal per turn over there. Anyway, we do have Lexis Krem managing to finish his Hanging Gardens, and I do see he jumped up to 74 points of production plus the 58 faith per turn. With Hanging Gardens finish, he's gonna get more growth in every one of his cities and trying to put another coastal settle towards the north of Cairo. Did not manage to actually put his campuses down. Cairo still needs his 7th population. He chose to go for a harbor, and of course got that extra holy site in the north. Homs is starting to get another wave of settlers going, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna need to get all of these with the districts soon built. Well, he's started also trading coastally with his ally over here, while Leech doesn't have that much gold per turn. He's on 7. We do have Alexis Kremp on 42 with at least 3 traders that he's gonna get working. One of them is internal, the other one external. Now, Marius BW is also coming close to Norway and will probably have the ability to actually take 2 units down from Norway. 1 scout and 1 warrior. He doesn't have a scout, or I should say Uzetian doesn't actually have a scout on the attack of Oslo, and he doesn't get that extra +3, nor does he have a general deployed in the south. He did have 2 generals, so I'm a bit surprised he didn't get both of them there. I guess it's fine. We do have him trying to put as much damage as possible against his opponent, against Mongolia, and that is a harder target to go against than it is on Norway. And there we go. Both of those units did manage to be taken down here. We do have Oslo exposed, but we do have some spearmen resupplying from the south to keep the city of Oslo in check. While there are some archers that will also get the shots on the Chinese horses, it does seem like we'll see. I don't believe the city of Oslo is going to be taken out by just 2 horses. Am I the only one thinking this? I really don't believe this. How is Zulu doing against Genghis? Not doing anything. So right now he's managed to get a few of those merchant points going, and I do notice Hungary did manage to pick up Fadlan, and Zulu did get Koleos. Now the next one is going to be Zankian, and it does seem like Zulu is on 4.6 points a turn, while Hungary is 5.7. Nobody else making merchant points. Incredible. They're just not getting the goal points. It's only Alexis Kremp actually on the side of Ulyss managing to get some goal per turn. Look at this, 57 points just from himself. Murphylo, good evening, sir. Salute to Romania. Hello there, sir. Welcome. And Meowdy for Queen Athena. Well, our Queen Athena, I don't know where the Queen is, to be honest. She was left out. Give me a second. Let me actually open up the door and see if she's down there. She was left on the stairs. Okay, she arrived. She's here. She's fine. She's fine. She actually got back. She got back home. She got back home early. You know, you gotta respect that. Also, I do see some Kesheks are starting to come around from Mongolia. He's gonna need to push back one of the Chinese horses while he's gonna get more encampments, and we're going to see how Zulu is gonna try to flex against him with more of these commercials coming around. Seems like 19 is gonna get his wave of feudalism bonus builders from every one of his cities. Gonna need to get some water at some point. Anyway, I do see Romrom is still on the 16 science with 29 culture, while this story is 52 and 44. It's not like Marius BW is managing to get more, but he did manage to get his spy out. So that's soon to be plus 11 incoming here if Romrom is not going to get his next tier unit. Since the story did finish syrups, it boosted Romrom also, and I do see Romrom just 2 tenths away from getting syrups. So of course, he's going to need to actually get his K6 hard build, and he's also going to need to get upgrades on his heavy chariots or the knights pre-build. Hard build, which is going to cost him quite a bit of production and or gold. While I do see Marius BW might actually try to go for another attack against the south here against Liege. We're going to need to see if he's also going to soon get to coursers. He's actually on machinery on 8 turns with theology coming up next. Well, let's actually take a look what's going on here. We do have Indonesia getting Colosseum next turn from Jakarta. He did manage to chop it with Governor Magnus, and he's, of course, he does have the entertainment complex next to it available with a very, very good adjacency for his theater squares. We did have him making also a decent amount of economy with 28 science, 61 culture, and 52 gold points a turn. It looks like he's gonna keep on going, getting this done. Pingala establishing Surabaya for those extra research points. While I'm pretty sure Indonesia is going to need to get to chop some of these rainforest tiles. We're going to need to see in what is he going to place his production. We do have Romrom here. Getting attacked by the catapults of China. I do see actually it's one catapult of China. While China is gonna need to get his horse repaired, I do see he's also gonna get some archers. We're probably gonna see the crouching tigers come out soon. These are gonna be quite weird. Actually, this is gonna be cool. We're gonna see crouching tigers going against K-Shakes. Oh my god, this is gonna be amazing. Crouching Tiger, I wouldn't have believed that he's actually gonna keep the city of Corabalgason. Amazing that he actually kept the city of Corabalgason. And I do see Marius is sending some of his units towards against the city of Norway, forcing Norway here to get some more of the spearmen out and slowing down Norway from actually getting all of his other production going. Especially he does need his lighthouses, his harbors built, and not building units. He needs to get his economy going. We're ticking down the clock until the next era with 6 turns to go. And while we're going to need to see who's going to manage to get those era score points, I think it's safe to actually take a look in a few turns. We did have Arabia just about to settle his city to the north. That's going to be his 9th city already. 2, 4, 6, 8 did get settled. That's his 9th over there. Starting to put down his campus between these city centers and, of course, the holy site to the north. I do see Damietta does have a spot also between the mountains and the holy site. While we do have from here, from Arabia, the ability to actually get a 3rd holy site over here and another campus in between. We do have also more of these faith points per turn acquired by Alexis Krem. He's on 71 right now with 102 points of production. But I gotta say, do you see that production difference between these guys? It's amazing, no? It's amazing. We do have Mr. Toast coming up with 112 points of production and those 39 faith points. Marius BW is on 58. We do have JJJ on 115, while we do have Nyrene also 130. Nyrene is next to Distoria. He almost has double the amount of production against Distoria. Well, of course, shakes are starting to run around here from Distoria series. Quite a few of them coming around. And at the moment, Zulu did not actually get some of his units out. Not his imps, not anything. We're going to need to see him actually getting some bad boys over there on the front line to keep defending himself. China attacking into Oslo, where there is a Norwegian swordsman deployed. Looks like he did attack into the Norwegian spearman and took a lot of damage. Defender of the Faith and Oligarchy legacy is available for Liege to actually use on the defense. Not hard, not easy to actually get going. We do also see China, yes, has a lot of units going against Mongolia, against Romrom. Unfortunately, he couldn't actually punch through the defenses of Xanadu, and we do have knights coming around. Now, what's the damage difference? What is the damage between these knights and the horse? So the knights can actually push through. Now they do have the +5 from the general because Ethelfred bonuses do activate on the knights, and yeah, there we go. The China will need coursers, and he will need them as soon as possible. Gaining machinery in 2 turns, feudalism in 2. I would imagine he's going to need to slow down a bit and try to get a few more of these archers out. He did manage to get at least 2 of them out. And while from his main city centers, I don't actually see him getting some. Yeah, I don't see him getting some. Anyway, Indonesia also has a lot of cities. We're talking about 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 cities on his side, just as big as an empire as Alexis Kremp. While we do need to also see what Zulu is gonna do here. He definitely got more cities than Mongolia. Okay, what's going on? China archers. Okay, next 10 machinery. Gonna get those unique units out. Very nice. Anyway, K-Shakes also coming around from Mongolia. This is gonna be make it much easier to actually attack into the Chinese units. It's gonna be much easier. Okay. I don't think Oslo, by the looks of it, that damage counter, it doesn't seem like it's gonna go down, even with China having the benefits of multiple horses. We do have also Marius BW trying to push through and taking down another 2 of the horses around the defenses of Xanadu, while Xanadu and also the southern city are busy building those K-Shakes to try to come back into this. And we're gonna need to see how the things are gonna change when Marius BW is gonna manage to get his crouching tigers. I do see him also directly going Dark Age 35 out of 42 points. He's gonna try to get an extra plus 5 on his side. I do have to say Rom does look like he's gonna go Dark Age also, staying on 2 cities, not having a lot of production, not having a lot of bonuses to get his era score. I wouldn't imagine that he's gonna get it. Liege is only 3 points off from getting it, and I do have to say he also stayed on 5 cities over here. Could have managed to get his 6th out on the board, doesn't even have space for it. We do have him starting to get quite a few units towards the north to try to fend off the attacks and maybe help out his buddy over here, Mongolia. Well, I gotta say, Hungary is just happily simming around. Right? Look at that. He's just happily getting the gold in the cities. We do have also Alexis Krem going dark. Rom 33. Okay, the story is gonna be only 2 points off. He already got his Keshek, and from what I do see, he's deploying his units towards the east, where there was a horse from China, basically. But good thing is, well, he did not go against Zulu very quickly. Let's see what's going on. Okay, knights appearing on the front line. Now, these knights are going to manage to push back the Chinese horses, or at least defend against them. The horses just don't have enough damage. Even with the extra intel, extra damage from scouts, extra, whatever they have, it doesn't seem like Marius BW's units are going to be strong enough to do this. Well, we do have also Mr. Toast managing to get his golden age in check. 57 points out of 54. Got that Colosseum going. 48 science with 86 culture. The biggest culture in the game. Not to mention, look at the 135 gold per turn. Oh my god, where is prediction? Yes, where is prediction? Start a prediction for who will win. And we do have Ulyss on one side and TBD on the other. Wait, I put T and then PD, whatever. Well, rebellion in 3 turns for Cora Balgasun, while we do have China managing to get his Crouching Tiger upgrades here. Look at him double shotting the horses and also doing massive damage against the knights also. This is gonna be a problem. We do have him trying to get another builder from that city center, and of course the loyalty pressure is gonna be an issue, especially when where they're both gonna go into the Dark Age. I do also see JGG 46 out of 50 points on Hungary to get going, getting his foreign ministry in 1 turn, and I do see Chinguetti did manage to get quite a few of these archers, but no melee units or something like heavy chariots for him to get going. Whoa! First knight actually taken down. Marius BW did manage to attack into it with those ranged units and the cat, and I guess it's only the ranged units, not even anything else. Only the one single Crouching Tiger. Amazing, amazing. He's just punching through the units of Mongolia like they're nothing, like they're butter. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, we do have Nairin also managing to secure his golden 60 out of 60, while again there's no units actually flexed against him from Mongolia. He does have some scouts in between him and his opponent. Nairin is on 33 science with 56 culture, while Historia did jump up to 68 and 48. I do have to say Nairin does have a lot more cities, and now he's starting to get his campuses out with the libraries in them. We do have him placing down a few more commercials for those extra gold points, and you do see their economy is very good right now on the side of TBD. Very, very good. They're not threading the needle, they're just going all out gold per turn. More traders are getting build trained over here, and he did manage to get a few builders in the build queue so he can get those extra charges on them. While we do have Mongolia deploying a few units on the east towards his opponent here, China, we don't really see him actually moving off. Historia might want to get his courses to upgrade the horses into those units, and I do see him building up more Kesheks in the meantime, getting his orders in the encampments he has built. I do see at least 3 of them did get down, with the 4th one coming out from Kogekota, while I don't think actually Karakorum got one. I don't think Karakorum got one. So he has Gavron Plaza, he has his district over here, the campus, but I'm pretty sure Al Malik, yeah, Al Malik is this one. It's like the Minkiamat is from Al Malik, not from Karakorum. So he doesn't have yet a third district in Karakorum. Give me a sec. Wait. Cine facem aici? Cine facem aici? De ce fur mâncare, mă? Băi, pitico. Okay, yeah. Got some food over there and she's extremely happy that there's some food over there. She's smelling meat. Anyway, she already got to eat. This is just fussy work from her. Shanna, those walls are also starting to get hit by the catapults of Uzetian. I do see they lost like 30% of their damage over there, and we are just one turn away. Yeah, one turn away from getting the golden age. We got Romron 40. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, he couldn't get the dark age, guys. He couldn't get the dark age. How could he not get the dark age? He couldn't get the dark age. This might be a serious issue on their side. While we do have Marius BW managing to secure his Dark Age, he has those 2 points coming in. Looks like also GGJ secured it, Nirene secured it, and we do have Mr. Toast coming in with 58 out of 54 points. What are you doing, man? Hey, what are you doing? Stai tu calm. Calm. Calmez-vous. Anyway, this is what it is. Cats these days, man. Cats these days. And more K-Shakes coming out from Xanadu and also from Korla. We did have at least 2 of these knights being upgraded in Xanadu, and that was super costly actually. In the case that they don't have that much gold, upgrading one knight, spending that 25 gold to actually upgrade it, that's extremely costly. Extremely costly. Oh my god, 1 second. I'm sorry, I needed to save my food from the cat to the Vit and everything. You know, I was talking over here on the commentary and also, and right behind the screen, the cat was like munching on my schnitzels, man. Needed to save my schnitzels. Yeah, also, where's Spy from Uzetian? Yeah, it did get plugged in Cola. It got plugged in Cola like 4 turns ago. Okay, so we did jump into the new era. We got golden, dark, normal, golden on the side of Ulyss, while we're gonna have golden, dark, golden, golden on the side of TBD. 3 versus 2 ages, 2 of these nations in the golden age. It is what it is. Terracotta army coming up from Urumqi. We will need to see if he's gonna manage to get intelligence ages in Karakorum. I do see he's trying to actually get that chopped with Governor Victor established in Karakorum. Probably will get that extra promotion for the spies from Governor Victor, which is gonna be like super valuable. Is it just me or China just doesn't have that many units remaining next to Xanadu? Like there were so many units here and there aren't that many units right now, no? It kind of looks like Mongolia might have saved his city because China just kept on slowing down his resupply line. Oh well, and he got an attack on Oslo, which to be honest, I guess it did put quite a bit of pressure on his opponent, so you know, I can't really blame him. But Marius BW is doing amazing work over here to actually slow down his opponents. We do have Mr. Toast managing to jump up to 131 science with that free inquiry and 64 culture return. 217 gold. He's actually making double than his opponents combined. Double than his opponents combined. Just him. Not to mention also JGJ and also Nirene do have a serious amount of gold per turn. He made the builders. He made builders. Yeah, he made builders. Well, I guess we're going to need to see if the builders are going to get his chops going. Because it does seem like these K-Shakes are starting to actually take down his units a bit too fast, then he can resupply them. Let's get this out of the way. We're going to have some... what is it? I don't know what to check here. Wine tiles? Let's go wine. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. Be right back. 1 minute and a half, and we're gonna come back. City cat. Loyalty. It is what it is. Okay, anyway. Menjak, good evening, son, and welcome. Meanwhile, cat is like owners these days. Yeah, basically. She's trying to meow at me every time I actually move around the door over there. Like, meow, let me out, let me out. It's Saturday evening, I need to go clubbing. Oh my god, cat, settle down, man. Anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, Legion Drums of War Golden Age coming up with only 34 science and 37 culture. This is actually quite a problem. He does have next to him JJJ with 65 and 57. He did get Drums of War with 115 points of production with 81 faith a turn. I guess he could definitely upgrade a lot of these berserkers. And might actually try to take a stab at Hungary, but I'm pretty sure he's worried about China being into his north. We do have Alexis Kremp also, 138 science with only 37 culture, Dark Age, and I would imagine he did go for monasticism, no? He must have gone monasticism here. Oh, not this. This. No? My god. Government. There we go. Monasticism. The plus 75% science in the cities with a holy site, but you lose the culture. Minus 25 culture. That's a lot of science that he's getting right now. We do also see Rom 16 science with 23 culture. That's have a minus 8 gold per turn and only 35 points of production. That is quite a problem. I do see Distoria 77 science with 37 culture and also 89 points of production. On the side of Distoria, he's in Drums of War. He's gonna get his intelligence agent next turn with the spy having a level 1. Urumqi is gonna finish that Terracotta army in the turn thereafter, or I guess the same turn as he's gonna get the first promotion up. I don't see anybody actually. Oh, I do see Ulundi is trying to get the Terra. Oh my god, he might take it away. He might take it away. Is this a heal? Yeah, but no, it's grassland. Boom! He got it away. He got it away. Did you see that happening? Awesome. He got it away. Instantly he got it away. Emotep showing up big over there. Oh my god, man, we need to clip that. We actually need to clip that. Let's see it again. Let's see it again. Give me a second. I'm putting it as a clip. There we go. Where was it? Here? Okay. Let me... I can't hear. I cannot hear. Let me see. When am I not talking? Ah, whatever. And let's see it at the end. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Amazing. Love it. Cannot mess with Emotep. Ah, how do you spell Emotep? Emotep like this? Emotep, right? There we go. I don't know if it's clipped properly, but you know what it is. And monasticism is a bit crazy. I mean, I guess it is a bit crazy, but at the same time, it does give you a lot of science. It is not unheard of, actually, on Arabia that you're going to go that way. The problem is the culture. The biggest problem over there on monasticism is the culture. Yeah, anyway, we do have already the attack on Mongolia going against Marius BW. Marius BW, let's actually take a look at Mr. Toads, and then we're going to come back. We got a few seconds to go. So we did have 10 city also being taken out by Indonesia, Mogadishu. By the looks of it, it's already placed under siege and it's going to go down next turn. He does have his industrial zones coming around, 160 science with 71 culture. Then he doesn't have monasticism. He's in a free inquiry golden age with 170 points of production. Looks like he's the most productive, almost the most productive. 19 is actually 173. Well, after he's going to get his industrial zones and his aqueducts, it's definitely going to be a lot better. We do have China trying to defend the attack on Distoria, and I do see him barely on 25 science and 22 culture. He sacrificed everything to get the attack going against Rom and Liege, and did so much damage here. I think actually Liege did get damaged by the map, not only by his neighborhood, because again, he doesn't have that many cities, and it's not like the cities he has right now are actually that useful, no? Oh my god! Oh my god! What is this? What is this? JJJ, what did you do over here? Now that requires a lot of gold, and you know what? It's a good thing they actually have a lot of gold. Also was away before the medieval starts. What did I miss? Well, not much actually. Hungary over here is going to get all of his black armies to flex against Norway. Look at that. Look at all of the upgrades. Yeah, poof, 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 poof. Everywhere he's getting the upgrades going. Getting that golden. Well, they still need... he does have 831 military strength right now. With quite a bit of more gold in the bank. He did manage to get mercenaries so he can upgrade his half cost, and GHJ did go for another Pembrush and Voice Golden Age. 87 science and 74 culture definitely puts him ahead of Harald Hardrada when it comes to those stats. Man, these crossbows are gonna eat through those defenses of Norway so quickly. Wow, okay, that's gonna be nasty. That is gonna be very nasty. Leech is dead 100%. He might be. He might be. I mean, he did manage to flex his. I would say in the last game, like 1 versus 3. In this game, woo, I don't know, man. I don't know. It looks like JJJ might be the one lashing out here. Well, we do have knights coming around from Leech, and from what I do see, he's also gonna start upgrading some of his berserkers. Did not get these in the city of Skesmo upgraded, and I do have to say there will be a crossbow with one of those black armies that can hit against the swordsman. They will definitely punch through. GMC coming up next turn also for Nidaros to start using his faith per turn. He does only have 78 per turn, so it's not that amazing. Looks like also the attacking forces from China that were going against Xanadu are not there anymore. We do have a big attack coming out from the Historia going against Marius BW. Might see the demise of the Chinese Empire here. Marius BW is trying to get one of his settlers out northeast. Not sure if that's a safety settler or not. There's no escort to it, and we're going to need to see if he's going to manage to get somewhere safe. We don't know yet. We will see probably the city of Korabalgasun getting retaken by Mongolia, benefiting from his campus, and maybe he's actually going to get to pillage it first so he gets some extra science from it. Might as well. While we do still have a Chinese spy deployed in Kola, well, we're going to need to see if China is going to manage to recover from that attack against his opponent. Nairin is also 62 science with 82 culture. Couldn't actually put his units right now against Mongolia, but he did manage to take away Terracotta army, denying for the moment, actually, just for the moment, the Historia from having an extra intel over his opponent from the level 2 spy. We do have universities coming out from him to try to get more extra science. Nairin did go for the second Pembrush voice, got Babanango settled on the coast with Governor Reina in there, and he's gonna start trading with Indonesia. Already some of these Indonesian traders are actually going back and forth between Badung, the city of Reina from Indonesia, and of course the city of Ulundi, the capital of Nairin here. Okay, 116 gold a ton also for 19 with 200 points of production. That is double the amount that Genghis has at the moment. Not to mention gold per ton. It's just insane. Look how much gold per ton is. How much of a difference in gold per ton? 300 almost on Mr. Toes, 218 on JGJ, and then 116 on 19. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Hungary still did not actually reveal his attack against his opponent. He's gonna pull off a 2-prone attack, one against the Skesmo, one against Stavager, or maybe he's just gonna keep on going to Arabia. This is gonna be an open question if he keeps on going to Arabia. That is gonna be extremely costly. Yeah, Arabia does have 2 heavy chariots that can turn into Mamluks. Mamluks against this big of an army, they're not gonna do much. Like we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of these black armies that did get promoted here with quite a few crossbows that not only how to say not only some of them do have promotions, but they were levied away from Cinguetti, so they do have an extra movement point, and also the +4 from Foreign Ministry on them, and the +3 from the combat strength of the Raven King trait from Hungary. Very good, very good. Okay, Beijing already got taken down. Look how quickly the Historia did manage to punch through that defense. And he's gonna go through Shendu just as quick. I'm pretty sure the walls are not gonna stop these Kesheks from doing the damage. There just aren't that many units to defend these cities at the moment. It looks like Marius BW sacrificed everything he could against his opponent, against the two opponents actually, Mongolia and also Liege. Liege getting some of his also berserkers out. He's gonna have quite a nasty surprise when these black armies are gonna start to get through. That's a bit of an unfortunate development here. The berserker actually did get upgraded from the swordsman, and it looks like the black army actually does more damage to the berserker than he was doing against the swordsman. I think that might be actually because of the fortify. Like he lost his fortify when he promoted. He's gonna get the +4 points back. And we do have the second attack coming up from Stavager. I do see Norway is starting to get some knights upgraded, so he can get a bit of extra strength. While there are some units deployed in Sejet from Hungary towards the northwest, I would believe these are more defensive units than actually offensive units, so I don't think there's anything much happening here. I do see an extra intel on the side of Hungary, and I do want to double check if he has a spy in his opponent's cities. No, so that's just printing coming up on him much faster than on his opponent here. We're going to see if he's going to get his spy coming off from one of his cities. Looks like no, he's just going to want to get a few more of these campuses out and not working on the extra spy. Okay, I guess sure. We do have also Mongolia starting to move from Beijing towards the main capital city, Chengdu of Marius BW, while from what I do notice, Indonesia is not actually faced by this attack at all. He's trying to get his mausoleum going in the city of Mahapahit, while he did manage to take Mogadishu down from the north. He does have Hunza on the way towards Mongolia, and we're going to need to see if he's going to clean up the map later on. We do have also Alexis Kremp with Liege actually needing to get some extra gold per turn, and by the looks of it, they will be forced to actually defend and keep on defending against Hungary, while we're gonna have on the other side Mr. Toast and also Nirene just managing to get their sim going. Madrasas coming around from Arabia to get those extra science points. You do see the Mamluks are very slow to build. Just his capital city is getting 1 in 5 turns over there. Unfortunately, that capital just doesn't have a lot of production, only 19 points. While we do have him getting some spearmen out, and he does have a decent amount of faith per turn, 146. Taking a look at his science, it's amazing science, 260 science. But you gotta take into account what is he gonna do with that science. Usually, you want to couple Saladin with an amazing gold generating civilization. It doesn't seem like this is the game when they can get that synergy going. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me thinking that. Zulu is trying to put a few units on the right side, Knight Corps by the looks of it, and he's going to try to force his way towards the Storia series at some point. No, I don't see him following up any kind of resupply here, so I don't think he's actually going to go at the moment. He is trying to get more production going, and I do see him at 210 right now with only 73 science and 90 culture. Getting campus research projects, I do want to double check who did manage to pick up Hypatia here. It was Genghis who did manage to pick up Hypatia, and from what I do see, Rajato Darmal on the Zulu, we did have Imhotep on Zulu, and he did get Piero de Bardi. Now next one is going to be Marco Polo, and it's going to be a race between Zulu and Hungary. Zulu 17 points, Hungary on 12. I did see some theater square bonuses also over there. Okay, so next wave of attacks, China is going to lose another one of his Crouching Tigers, and from what I do see, the Crouching Tigers, yeah, they can do quite a bit of damage to the K-Shakes, but yeah, the +6 over there is just overwhelming. We do have Mongolia managing to get across the rivers here, and it does seem like China is gonna be at a loss. We do have a few more Crouching Tigers coming from Longxi. We're going to need to see if these guys are gonna be enough here to actually slow down the attack. Beijing is stabilized in the loyalty. It doesn't seem like it's going to flip back. We do have some Norwegian berserkers also moving from Oslo towards Xi'an, but I think the biggest problem is Stavager. Stavager already gonna get attacked by the Black Armies, and it doesn't seem like he's gonna have the ability to chop the walls out. Now, while we do have a few of these Mamluks deployed, it looks like they will have a decent amount of damage to actually slow down the Hungarian troops from getting through. The Spearman looks to be the chink in the armor over here of the defense of Hattin, and we do have the crossbows that will eat through the defenses of their opponents slowly but surely. I do see also a spy from Mongolia getting in Shekersfervar from Hungary to try to get some extra intel, while these units, the Black Army is deployed next to Sejet. They look more like they just want to sit over here and keep in check Norway than actually doing anything else. Yeah, China kind of looks dead over there. Also, MMC, good evening, sir. When Hungary will have his second UU? You mean the Hussar? That's going to be a good question. Let's see. He's going military tactics right now. I don't think it's going to be quick. I don't think it's going to be quick. He does have 140 science, so, you know, that's pretty good science at this point in time. And it's not like it's free inquiry science. It's 140 with 97 on pen, brush, and voice. Well, I do see Victor is getting established in Stavager. I gotta say, these Black Armies, that they can keep on attacking, and that city might not actually get the ancient walls out. This Black Army will have a promotion next turn. It's just a matter of actually clicking the buttons at the correct moment in time, not letting Norway double hit it. Okay, did he just sacrifice? He did. Never mind. Well, that city looks like it's going down. Okay, it is what it is. We do have the crossbows also showing up on the front line. And you can see how much damage they can do to Norway. And not to mention not only the units but also the city center. He almost just two-shot the knight over there. Oh my god, that's beautiful, beautiful. More of these units showing up on the attack against Arabia, while Marius BW is saying he just stacked his unit by accident. I don't know what he did or where he did it, but he did. Oh, here somewhere. Did he? I don't see a unit or a double unit. This is what it is. Anyway, he's getting that safety settled towards the north. Looks like he might actually be looking towards going on the seas in the Reich Ocean. Okay. While Shendu is getting attacked by these K-Shakes, there is a decent amount of damage coming out from these crouching tigers. Okay, okay. Well, he did manage to get that skirmisher to give the bonuses to the units around. Unfortunately, the city center is only 39 defense. You would need something like a stronger unit inside of that defense. There is a legend. Good evening, sir, and welcome. On Indonesia, we do have him jumping up on 364 gold points a turn and getting his campus research project so he can actually have a chance to get Newton, while Zulu is on 44 points, Indonesia is on 42, Hungary is on 9, and it doesn't look like anybody else is going to try to get this. Arabia might actually need to get this, or will try to get this. He does have 300 points of science, but he did manage to get most of those with his monasticism and also his madrasas coming around. Getting attacked is not going to be easy for him, especially since the defenses of Norway might actually crumble here under the pressure of all of these Hungarian troops. Oh my god, did JJJ just move his black army in and then out and then in again? He did, no? What is his crossbow? I would have thought he's actually going to get a crossbow over here to attack into Skesmon. That would have probably been the only way that he would actually jump through. Anyway, the Stavager is going to be taken out. Looks like a JJJ is not going to muddy himself to keep that city for himself. He just took it away from Liege and started attacking into the cities, into the units of Arabia here on the western side. His crossbows are going to be legendary fighters over here against the Mamluks of Arabia. About to get a triple shot on one of these Mamluks and taking it down. Is that a double or a triple shot? That's what I don't see. Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, triple. Okay, triple shot. And we got these pikemen just dying so quickly to the Hungarian crossbows. So it kind of seems like even Arabia, even with that 300 science, he's going to have problems here. Trying to get to Cuirassiers as quickly as possible. He's definitely going to need more gold per turn. We do have him on barely 55 gold a turn. 300 science, barely 55 gold a turn. And if he actually discovers Cuirassiers, you got to take into account the extra production that they're going to require to be built. So if you think he's building slowly his Mamluks like now, just wait to see when he's going to try to put a Cuirassier in the production queues. It's going to be like 10 turns to get a single unit. That's going to be I would say that would be a catastrophic problem on his side. We don't need to see if Zulu is actually going to start getting some units out. He barely is managing to get to 100 science with 93 and 95 culture. We do have him on 200 gold points, and yeah, he did manage to get a few admirals here from the north. Got some of those harbors down. Looks like working on a spy from Kwadukuza. He didn't get spied on by his opponent by Mongolia yet, but he did manage to get one of his spies in Kigabu. We got some builders with feudalism bonuses coming out from his cities to keep on upgrading. He did recruit Isaac Newton, actually. I think he bought it. And from what I do notice, we did have Indonesia managing to get Zenki as a extra trader admiral, while I don't see Ibn Khaldun being picked up. So we still need to see the happy scientist getting in there. We do have encampment training projects coming out from Urumqi in 2 turns. Karakorum is also going to get another encampment next turn, while from what I do see, Mongolia did manage to punch through the wall defense of Shendu, and Marius the BW, yeah, he did actually deploy a lot of these crouching tigers. We're going to need to see how many of these Geisheks are going to die. Okay, not even one. Well, he did get one of those knights down, but that's a bit underwhelming here. Can he get a pikeman or something to put it in Shendu? Like, he has a spearman, but that doesn't have the second. Okay, he got a horse. Does he have coursers? No. What is he? He's 3 turns out from getting military tactics. And of course, that would mean the spearman would get their upgrades on the pikemen. Not the horses getting their upgrades on the coursers. 800 gold versus 80 gold? Yeah, the GPT difference is insane. Well, the units of Arabia did die over here. We do have the ancient walls getting up from Hattin. And from what I do notice, he is also 1 turn away from getting his military science out. That will allow him to actually upgrade Nothing. He won't get anything to upgrade. Like Damietta, okay, he's building a Corsair from Damietta. Did he? Oh, yeah, he's moving off. He definitely does want to get the Corsair first and then upgrade it. Although I don't know at this point because they have so low gold per 10. Hard building might actually be the way to go here. Hungary did manage to get a bit more science, 167 with 107, and working on his universities from most of his cities, trying to build a Kilvaki in the city of Debrecen, where he does have at least 2 more jobs, 3 more jobs that he could place in. We do have him with Reina traders going towards Indonesia. Looks like they are managing to get that gold per turn going. Mr. Toes also 433 gold is just amazing. With more universities and also Forbidden City finishing up in Jakarta, he's gonna get extra cards to use. And I'm sorry, we're getting attacked by something, something on the street over there. For some reason, we, you know, need to pay with our mind calmness whatever is going on. Yeah. Sorry, guys. It is what it is. No civilized ambulance. No civilized ambulances in Romania. If Hungary will get general for Hussars, they will clean up Norway and Mongolia easily. Well, yeah. Let's actually see if he's going to manage to get those. He did manage to take one city down from Moravia before that city actually got the walls up. And we do have Hungary with the ability to keep on going. We do have Pieman, a new Pieman coming out from Alexis Krem, trying to get this back. God, man. Anyway, Shendu did get taken over. Looks like Xi'an is also going to be attacked over here by the Kesheks. And we do have to see what's going to happen in Longchi. We do have actually quite a few levied units by Marius BW from Zanzibar. And from what I do notice, he's trying to get into the corner, into the north, to try to stay alive as much as possible. How many CS Hungary has? Well, at the moment, GGG only has 3 CSs. So that's a +6 actually on the Hussars. That's amazing. That's very good. And to see also Zulu is about to pick up Marco Polo. 148 points out of 155, getting himself an extra trader out there. Finally, Zulu did manage to get over 100 science. I gotta say, seeing Ulyss actually with 3 members under 100 science is quite troubling, especially when we do see on the other side, we do have 3 members from TBD managing to get over 100, with some very, very high up over 100. JGG with 195, Mr. Toast 266. More chance being picked up. Gustavus Adolphus by Mongolia, and I do see Norway is gonna get Jeanne d'Arc by the looks of it. Hungary only has 2 points, and yeah, he will probably need one of these industrial generals for his Hussars. It's gonna be a question of him making projects here, and I do see him getting a 1 project or 2 projects. 1 project. He's getting the campus projects in the other cities. More campuses also coming out from Mr. Toast to get those extra science points up in his empire, and of course get closer to his industrialization. That's going to come out next turn for those extra production points. He did jump up to 377 points of production. Oh my god, he's gonna get there. He might actually get through this game more production than his opponents combined. And I do have to say, even if Alexis Krem does have 319 points of science, his 133 production doesn't spell that much, does it? Especially since his units are dying here on the front line, even with those extra points. Anyway, we do have the first cav coming around from Damietta next turn to increase the wall, increase all of the garrison defense of his cities. While we do have also some pike shots. Pike shots not going to be that strong against crossbows, but they will definitely be strong to hold on the black armies. And I think the big question is, also coming up from chat, if we're going to have GGG getting another wave of units and trying to get to his military science soon. From what I do notice, he's 1 turn away from stirrups and getting his nationalism in 5 turns, and yeah, he's getting a few more black armies coming out from his capital city. The biggest question is he actually gonna get his military science? No, he did manage to recruit Jeanne d'Arc. Okay, so that's actually not gonna go to Liege. Okay, he took away Jeanne d'Arc. Marco Polo also on Hungary for an extra trade out capacity, and we did have Mongolia getting that Gustavus Adolphus. I think they bought it. I'm pretty sure he didn't actually finish the project, no? I don't think he had the opportunity to actually chop something for the project. Or did he? The project was in Sejet and I didn't see anything chopped. Anyway, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I didn't see it. Factories coming in also for Indonesia. I do see there's a religion over here for him. He did manage to get the Zen meditation with stewardship for the extra amenities, not to mention those extra science points on the campuses and the extra commercials, extra gold. I don't see him having that many commercials. He has a few, but not that many. And he is definitely going to need to start spreading around this religion from Mahapa. He did manage to get the holy side, so it would allow him to actually get missionaries. Not to mention he's getting a +2 faith for each of these cities that are on the coast, so he definitely has quite a few of these faith points per turn. Okay, he got Stonehenge with a holy side. That's how he actually got to convert his empire. Okay, got it. We start to see a few more Zulu units deployed on the eastern side. He definitely is aware that his neighbor over here, or I should say his ally Marius BW, is probably gonna meet his demise. We do have a lot of the Chinese units that are starting to get the upgrades in Longxi, and of course one of these crouching tigers are trying to get out of there to deploy. But if there's gonna be no movement coming out from Zulu against Mongolia, this is gonna be quite troublesome. Very troublesome. We might actually see the total takeout of his opponent over here, Marius BW, from the game. He's just sacrificing himself. Oh well. Well, we do have some night courts coming around, and I would imagine Nairin is going to try to get to Cuirassiers before he's going to do anything. The Historia is getting his military science in 3 turns for the extra cav upgrades, but I do have to say he mostly has knights with Keshegs. Yeah, Pike shot is 7 turns in the capital. Oh my god. Ballistics also coming around next turn for Saladin. Well, I do see he's gonna get those Pike shots going, building the foreign ministry coming out from Holmes. Okay. Ooh. What did happen here? Sugar granting duplicates, Guitarja +4 gold, and Saladin actually got the Diplo points. Okay. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. There is a way, right? I mean, I guess he could try to get more of these, but I don't think he's going to get them in time. Like the Diplo points. He has right now 4 out of 20. Didn't build his Mahabali temple, didn't get statue, didn't get Potala. Nobody did in the game. But since he's pressured so hard by Hungary, by GGG, I'm not sure if he's going to withstand the next part of the game here. Yeah, right now, yeah, we do have a big army from Mongolia, from both Mongolias actually chewing through the defenses of Marius BW. We're going to need to see if anybody's going to save that guy. And somebody needs to save him. Somebody needs to save Marius from himself over there. Zulu don't have a general for industrial. Well, he does have Shunsu and El Cid. No, he doesn't. Amina. He has Amina. No, never mind. He has Amina. Renaissance Industrial. He has Amina. It's fine. Yeah, he did his job. Yeah, I agree. On Marius, he did his job. Yeah, true. Like, looking at the stats over here of Ulyss, he definitely did his job. Like, look at Rom 33, Legis on 54. Like, come on, man. And also the Historia, right? The Historia really needed to put up this attack. There was no choice for him to not put up this attack, because there wouldn't have been enough army from Rom to actually get through the Chinese defenses, and they wouldn't have secured the kill. What is Hungary doing? Pillaging. That's what he's doing. He's actually pillaging the tiles of Arabia. While, yeah, we do have cuirassiers coming out from Arabia and Cavs. These are going to be much stronger units to go against the Hungarian black armies. And we're probably going to see some pillages and then, woo, you know, him trying to get out of that. Then Mongolia's edge, when we're going to see cuirassier corps, yes, from Zulu, we're probably going to see Mongolia edge. But I do have to say, Narin doesn't seem to have that much science on the board. He's on 123. Did manage to get Newton, trying to get more universities out. And you do see his hard building a lot of these night cores. The thing is, he will have an insane amount of gold to upgrade all of these units, and I think that's actually the strength going into the next one. It's not the science, not only the science, not only the culture, his ability to actually get to upgrade all of the units. Nationalism coming up in 4 turns here from 19. Gonna get cuirassier armies. Whew, that's gonna be beautiful, beautiful. Indonesia, tutoring intelligence agency, getting a few more libraries in his newly built campuses, and I do see he still builds up his factory count. He jumped up to 453 points of production, and I gotta say, he's about to get more production than his opponents combined. Not to mention, he has so many more gold points. Wait, what is this? 471 versus what? 90 points? Is that like 90 points? Lol. Wow, 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 wow. That's amazing. Marius should buy a Mongolia. Wait, should buy a what? A settler in the city? Where? I mean, to be honest, what he should do is try to actually flex one of the levies against another city center. I don't think he actually did manage to levy. So we got Hungary here with a levy from Fez. I guess he's just getting envoys. Oakland not levied. Buenos Aires is too big. Muscat is quite big. Lahore is in the corner. Oh my god, he just cannot get to these city states. Cinguetti is quite important for Hungary to also keep. There are a lot of crossbows that he's making use of. This one is not going to be taken out. This one is not going to be touched. So yeah, I don't think he has where to go. He doesn't really have where to go. An order of the magnitude. More gold. More gold. Yeah, of gold, man. Everything going. Yeah, it does seem like Longchi is, you know, surviving here for a little while. We do have quite a few units from both Mongolias that are trying to attack into this city center. We do have also the ability to take out that encampment that was taken over by Shendu. It does seem like Shendu is working on getting some trebuchets out so he can try to take out the wall defense before it can actually react over there. We're going to need to see if that's going to be a thing or not. We also do need to see what's going to happen in the era score since Alexis Kremp is going to go. Heroic Age in the next one. He has 102 out of 82. Looks like he's also pushing back the Hungarian troops, but not before these guys are gonna feast on some of his tiles. I do see already his shrine got taken down. He's also he lost one of his libraries, one of his madrasas. He might actually lose also his warlord's throne here or foreign ministry. His foreign ministry in the city of Homs. We're going to need to see because this cav might actually have enough movement to take it down there. I mean, not only enough movement, but might have the opportunity to click faster than his opponent. You think that was his one mistake this game? Which one? I mean, a turn when he captured. Oh, the turn when he captured the Mongolian city. Yeah, it would have been amazing. If you would have captured Korabagasun and got one of those settlers out to go towards Indonesia, yeah, that would have been amazing. Okay, more attacks on the city center. I would imagine he's gonna counterattack over there. He did manage to get another settler out, and we'll probably try to move it towards the northeast. There are some units from Mongolia that are trying to get into the trader line between Zanzibar and the last remaining city here of China. And yeah, there are these men at arms that are definitely gonna do the damage against the K-Shakes, but he does need to get them there close and with enough damage. We'll see. I gotta say, there aren't that many crouching tigers here. There aren't that many crouching tigers. Anyway, when are the Hussars coming in? And Liege, Norway is actually getting a lot of units in the water towards the western side? Interesting. He probably might have wanted to get some, meat in the water. Meat in the cities of Arabia to try to slow down his opponent here. Okay, we do have GGG getting ballistics in 2 turns. Well, that's not going to be the technology that he needs for Hussars. He doesn't have the upgrade button on the black armies, which are like calves, which would require military science. We do have him getting nationalism next turn, and I do see also 19 is getting civil engineering. Did we have 19 managing to get his mobilization? No. Yeah, his nationalism. I think he's just gonna wait for the boost, no? Mr. Toz is also gonna get it in 2 turns, and I do see more knights coming around here from the knight cores. Actually, no, that's a one single knight. Whoa, he didn't get the cores up. Getting some armor is going, okay. And Sun Tzu is in the capital. Might as well just activate that one. Indonesia did manage to get Ibn Khaldun, and that will allow him to get so many more points for anything here in his empire. He's on 401 science with 178 points of culture. And I gotta say, they must know this is a Frankery. Lubans, good evening, sir, and welcome. Did Ulyss culture went on vacation? Yes, they did. They couldn't manage to get that many players with a golden age here. 2 of them missed it. And yes, Alexis Kremp did go for a lot of science from monasticism, but where culture, no? That's just gonna mean he doesn't have any culture. I didn't see anybody actually pushing through the culture tree with the tourism. Yeah, Mr. Toza did have the opportunity to do so, did not. We do have Victor establishing Palembang, a few more of these coal power plants to get the production going. He's already 549 points of production, so it does seem like in the long term, this is just going to be so much coming out of his empire there. Okay, Arabia getting a privateer to flex some of his strength against these units. JJJ gonna need to get some more units out, and I see he's working on the black armies from his city centers. Will definitely need to get the Hussar upgrade. He will get to attack with the Hussars through the Mongolian defenses and chew through this very quickly. Not to mention through Norwegian defenses. Norway is barely getting gunpowder in 2 turns. Talking about him getting to ballistics might be a bit of a stretch here, with only 67 science and 50 culture, only 134 points of production, and yeah, he does have 117 points of faith, which I think he did manage to get GMC. Yeah, he did manage to build a GMC and Wall of Throne in his capital's Gavron Plaza. Getting spied on in Pex. I do see some black armies are actually deployed here, northeast of Pex. Not sure what these guys are doing. What do you think they're plugging in? Because there's no opponent coming from that side. Oh, I don't know. Industrial zones. What is this? Oh, Firaxis. Firaxis. We got Firaxis. Ulysses 523 production and Toes is 550. Woohoo! He Toes, Mr. Toes, man. He got the biggest toe in the water over there, man. Yeah. Oh. Heck. I was reading through this. Oops. Firaxis into enemy CC strategy, yeah. Firaxis. That's the secret strategy. Connecting back. Boreal also, good evening, sir, and welcome. Frikraxis. Yeah, Frikraxis. Frikraxis. Ooh, FDLV versus WSS finished. And what was it? FDLV managed to get a win, 72. Okay. Salad also, no, Golden actually managed to get a win against Salad. I need to put this, update this after.
Thou shall be knighted
Okay,
primer.
3 more turns until the switch.
triangle.
We got Alexis Krem securing that golden age. Looks like Mr. Toast is 1 point off getting a golden age. GGG is going to be 7 points off from getting a golden age, while 19 and Mars BW are going to be dark. All of the armies of Zulu did get promoted here to cuirassiers, and by the looks of it, he's going to have quite a few cuirassier corps. Didn't get his armies yet, though. Well, I did call them armies because there are a lot of units, but you know what I mean. We do have quite a few armories also coming around from his cities. Ulundi, Nobamba, Kangela, and Ondini working on those, while he's gonna get a few more cuirassiers. Hard built, I gotta say, the production looks amazing. 292 points of production on 150 science and 133 culture. 19 all triangles. Thank you so much for the prime, sir, much appreciated. Fast games, yeah, it looks like we had the fast games. Well, they did increase the timer, and it actually shaved off quite a few minutes, if not like 20 minutes coming out from the early game, from the first 50 turns. But yeah, past 1050 is just the same timer as before. Okay, we got some bombards upgraded from Cinguetti. Looks like Hungary is gonna retreat back his crossbows. Might actually want to get ballistic so he can upgrade these into field cannons. That will definitely help out. Nairin is getting cancelled. Civil engineering in 2. While I do see Lexis Crimp. He would need to drop like a rock in the science, no? He would kind of need to drop like a rock in the science. Like he should drop like to 200 science or something from losing his monasticism next turn. Or in the next few turns, actually. We got Mr. Toes, unfortunately, desyncing. We might need the relobby so he can fix his desync. Okay, well, China is trying to get another city towards the eastern side. While I do notice Mongolia did upgrade his scavs, and this is going to be a unit that China definitely cannot stop. Maybe you know, the other ones he could have done something against it, but this unit is going to be too strong. And it does seem like China, yes, did manage to put down Jiaodong in the north. We're probably going to try to get more cities out somehow, and unfortunately couldn't actually get to Suz and Levy, a city-state, to try to take out another city-state from somewhere else. We do have the attack from Nairin going against Mongolia, and from what I do notice, Mongolia's units, the Kesheks, are getting one shot even across the river, while the Knights will take 2 shots. A military engineer coming out from Nairin, so he can start going, and he did actually manage to get some cuirassier armies upgraded. We do know about that. Nairin is switching to banking, getting his civil engineering. We're going to need to see if he's going to follow up this with the tank technology with combustion, which is going to take quite a bit of an effort to go through rifling, go through steel, go through actually get to rifling, get to steel, get to refining, and then combustion. Looking at also here, doesn't seem like Arabia is actually going to be attacked anytime soon. Hungary is getting his crossbows in the choke points, but I would imagine that he's getting them back into Cinguetti. Just as you can see, he already has a row over here. There are some units from Norway that are getting into the cities of Arabia, and this is the big question I have. What are these units doing over here? What do you think these units are doing over here? Does anybody know? What are these units doing over here next to Medina and Cairo? I guess preventing a water-based attack from Hungary, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what they're doing, honestly. Maybe he didn't want to keep them in his own cities and he sent them to a party over here, just getting onto the boats over there, giving them a lot of moonshine and letting them have fun. Anyway, Changsha did get attacked already after he did get placed. Yeah, that city's under siege. Longxi is going to be taken down. The spy also got reverted over there, got pushed back to Mongolia cities. And Changsha doesn't have walls yet and is not going to get walls. So it seems like that's going to be the Kiev pre-built to defend Arabia so he can see more. Man, Cav pre-build on Harald. I mean, he's barely getting metal casting. I don't know about that. But yeah, it could be. Yeah, we do have field cannons upgraded from Hungary, and he will get the ability to go against Mongolia. So, okay, so Mongolias are gonna take out China, and then the Hungaries are gonna take out Hungary is gonna take out both Mongolias. Got it. This is looking like the dynamic here. GGG is 1700 military strength. Most of his military right now is deployed towards the north, getting a few more of these black armies and working on his military science to allow him to get the Hussar attack. Right now his black armies still do double shot the Kesheks, and I'm pretty sure when he's gonna get to upgrade into Hussars, he's gonna start one-shotting the Kesheks. We're also going to need to see if Distoria is going to manage to stop this attack from happening. Nairin already has his units crossing the rivers over here in the floodplains, and will have a very fast resupply line because of his military engineer getting this road done. The Kesheks barely do any damage. Like, even if the cuirassier is in floodplains, which is gonna put a penalty on it of -2, it doesn't do any damage, man. Look at that. It still has. It will get a promotion. It's gonna shake that off. There we go. He just got a promotion. 0 damage. He just shook it off. They do the chilling, the billing, and the meditation dealing. Yeah, they're doing it. Yeah. Corps of hussars are gonna roll through them fast. Yes, I would imagine also Norway is gonna have a major problem defending against this. Major problem. Oh. Secure golden age for Gitarja, secure golden age for Matthias Corvinus, 89. Yeah, that's exactly what he needs. So we do have reformed the coinage possible on 2 of the members, and exactly the ones that are trading through the water with so many trade routes. Amazing. Kilpa Kezvani also did get finished over here on Hungary. We do have a spy from Mongolia starting to be deployed in Shekesfervar. And we're gonna need to see all of the upgrades right now. Only 65 gold, man. They make so much gold. Look how much gold he has. GGG has 1700 gold, while his opponents are barely together gonna have like 400 something. And it looks like they didn't actually reload before Mr. Toast. It does seem like unfortunately it didn't get stabilized in time. We do have more universities coming around from him with 345 science and 211 points of culture here on Gitarja. Dark Age Zulu. Yeah, dark. Oh my God, he's even in a dark. He's even gonna get a dark age bonus. No, is he plugging in the card? Because to be honest, like he's already having way more damage than Mongolia can actually withstand. The story is trying to get the gunpowder in 2 turns. I think he did get to calves, right? He did get to military science, but he doesn't have units to upgrade in his cities. He's gonna need to hard build them. Okay, Jiaodong is soon gonna get attacked by the Mongolian troops, while we do have Zulu just cleaning up the main cities of Mongolia by that time. More cuirassier armies and also corsair armies are getting built. I do see also encampment training projects coming out from Zulu here. Jose de San Martin is going to be the next general with 44 great general points a turn. We also do have Leonardo da Vinci managed to get picked by Mr. Toes, while I do see he did get his sin for that free ironclad. We do have him with Pi Sheng. And yeah, Ib Khaldun, just beautiful. And I want to see this. Oh my God, he did drop to 200 science. He dropped to 228 science, Alexis Kramp. And look at the goal per turn. It's just not having enough goal per turn. And he's also getting invaded by one of his allies over here. Liege, for some reason, is sending a lot of units to part in the Arabian territory. They're mixing their culture. That's what they're doing, man. They're mixing the culture. Okay, Hussar Corps upgraded from JJJ. We do have them indeed. One-shotting the units of his opponent here. Two-shotting the Knights of Norway and one-shotting the Kesheks of Mongolia. Okay. These attacks are going to go through quite fast. Actually, quite fast. How strong are the Zulu cuirassiers? Oh, let me finish this and then we'll see. Oh, recon. Okay. I go B. Clear. What was the second one? Recon. Okay. Be right back 2 minutes and we're gonna be talking about those cuirassier attacks in just a few moments. Three city states. That's +6.
though its face may change throughout the ages. History is written from the hand of the victor. By your actions this day, you ensure our people a glorious tomorrow.
I was thinking while I was at the bathroom. I'm sorry, I was doing pee pee. I was thinking this actually gonna be, but yeah, that's a GG right there. TBD manages to knock one on the board over here. Gonna get to upgrade soon. The points over there, and I think I actually need to switch. Debrief. I don't know if I can hear and you can hear. Give me a sec. Let me see. Okay, that should be fine. And I think you can hear it too, hopefully. But a mere mortal. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, good evening, man. What do you think of Marius PW just sacrificing himself over there? Wait. Oh, they're not hearing me. Oh, GG, well played. I was just about to ask Mal. Good evening, by the way, GG, well played. I was just about to ask Mal what does he think of your sacrifice over there, just throwing all in against Mongolia. Yeah, yeah. I know. To be honest, Leech kind of got derailed by territory there. I don't know. We just didn't have cities. Yeah.
But I think there's an open spot on the team now, I've been told.
Shut up, Wave.
Actually, het voelt uit almost nice.
What do you mean? Almost. Exactly.
I mean, this is
I
fine.
mean-
I don't know. We're kind of feeling. This as well with 5 CS is actually so strong.
I think I do full die because the city Geodong probably dies pretty quickly, but at that point it doesn't matter because there are no blip blow.
I mean, we definitely had a really good position, but I think their draft is also a bit gambling.
Do you think Indonesia is that good to be first pick?
Yes.
For any
yeah.
opponent teams out there, it's probably the worst Civ, just leave it up.
I mean, I think it just kills
no,
anyone on Naval, and it has actually really good sim now, so...
You
no
just can't
big
go
deal.
wrong on a Civ. You get guaranteed Pantheon, and then you have certain spawns to certain Pantheon, which makes it really, really good. Like, it's pretty good.
It's also like
Please.
super easy to play.
GG Disto.
GG.
How was your game?
Did you buy Imhotep at gold?
Yes.
That was so
Like
beautiful.
that was the second war crime.
That was
the-
sick.
Like we were saying so early that we easily denied terracotta, and then I'm like, okay, I can't do it because it was planned on me doing it because I'm making literally 3k of units, right? And then I think Nyreen said I'm gonna do it, and then we see
That's what
your
I thought,
terracotta.
yeah.
Yes, we see your terracotta like 3 turns till done, and we're like, oh wait, who is contesting terracotta? It's just dead silence. And then Nyreen says I can buy Imhotep for 1.2k gold.
I got first move diff on terracotta. If I have first move, I have it.
Yes. I do want to
Would you have
ask
level
Leech.
2 spy as well, or
dude.
not?
Maybe it's somebody
Would you have level
knows.
2 spy or not? Because you need to promote spy as well, right?
Yeah,
And
that was the problem also.
Yeah,
But you know, if I'm playing against someone that is a bit desync, like Alex here, I don't know, it's free. But also the problem for that is I take Alliance and Feudality, so I was quite late on it.
I don't know. think we just had like so much more gold than you. It was probably a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, but except like the 31st turn, gold wasn't really an issue, you know. I didn't spend any golden unit. I just build everything with Genghis and drum. Drum, it's okay, but also I lose like 3 spy, I think.
Yo, really? I didn't see.
Yeah.
How did you lose them?
If you were running mission, it didn't die.
I lose one on Hungary, one on Zulu got captured, and one escape, but didn't promote.
Ah putain, mais je suis un gros bouffe, j'ai oublié d'acheter un putain d'apôtre pour mon plus 5.
Ah.
J'ai
Hello to
complètement
you,
oublié le bonus de
expert.
I don't
massive.
think they speak French.
Ah, j'ai
Ah,
complètement
Alexis is
oublié.
saying that he didn't buy Apostle for
Oh
the PS5.
putain, je suis tellement habitué à l'autre rapide, j'ai oublié ça. Bon, j'ai envie de me
man.
I
cabaret.
100%
He
agree with
mad,
that.
bro. Yeah, we agree
Mm.
with Alexis. Whatever he said.
I just say that I want to kill myself because I totally forget Arabia passive
no.
with +5 and didn't invest any face into an apostle for a +5 for all the
Then-
game.
Then we cannot agree with you.
Huh.
You need to stay alive, Alexis. Stay alive, man.
I totally forget.
Stay alive and be better on the return match.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Did
Does anybody
you
know
guys
what
know I was
liege-
coming, by the way, from Chinguetti, or did you think I was going into Mongolia?
I mean, at this point, we were reading the game because we smelled the game really badly, and we choose to. I mean,
Yeah,
I choose to read a bit Gomi lay ministry instead of chapel.
Does anybody know what Liege's horses are doing in Arabia's territory? Like he sent like half of his army. He has like half of his army going through Arabia. I don't know if he sent them
He's
to
trying
party.
to defend him
From who?
from Hungary.
Hmm?
Because the call was that we just full grid and try the deploy. It was the only out left.
Oh,
But
I
we killed
see.
China.
I see. Okay. Yeah, but then Zulu happened. And Hussars will happen. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know about
no
the
gold
Monastic.
curve for
We
the
probably lose, but
Wunderlights.
it was the only out at this point, so we are trying that.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, makes sense.
that's why we try conquest. You know, you never know what happened.
Yeah, fair enough. Thanks again.
Yeah, see you.
Yep. GG, well played. Congratulations.
Bye.
Yeah, we should have.
And there we have it. We did have TBD managing to get another one win on the board. I'm not sure if it's the second one. I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna upgrade the numbers immediately over there to see where we're standing after this Saturday. Have a great evening, everybody. And is there anybody actually else playing or and streaming? Is there any other game right now on that keeps on going? Let me actually see. Maybe we can send you to another one of the streamers. No, I think all of the games finished actually very quick. Okay, very quick. Anyway, we're gonna need to see what happens in the tomorrow. We do have another game. At 1700 GMT actually, Battery Full Judge Builders is gonna take the flag. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you so much for the subs and much appreciated also for the follows. I do hope we're gonna see each other in the next streams, and hopefully I'm gonna have my sound fixed. So I'm gonna let you hear my last song, and in the meantime, have a great evening. Have a great Saturday. Bye bye.